It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, August 21st, 2023, and we are coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Boo, boo, boo. Hi, Carmen.
Hi.
Oh,
Awesome.
At least you prepare us early on what to expect today.
It's Monday.
You know, Carmen, you'll turn the corner one day when you get a little older where Mondays are exciting.
No.
Mm-hmm. I know it happens. It's when you start looking forward to going to bed early and getting up early on Monday and Saturday. Sunday, my wife and daughter were in Orlando, and I got up at 8:00 in the morning, went out, got my coffee, did my stuff. I was like, "This is the best life ever, man." When you have nothing that you have to do, you want to do everything. And when you have stuff you have to do, you're like, I don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I went to a concert last night and was in bed by 9.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
How?
Because the opening band was the only band that I wanted to see.
Hey, we got our TV thing that we use to watch TV.
Yeah.
Anybody have any problems with that?
No.
Okay, so the new app that they have, it disappeared off of Samsung. They it when I went to click on it, it said this app has been removed. And I'm like,
really?
God damn it!
Yeah.
It was working so great, so I went back to the old one, which still works fine, but it was So the thing I've discovered with this is they have those 24/7 TV shows that just run over, and I keep watching Bonanza. Well, something happened to my Bonanza. Not any other channel, just Bonanza. It's all in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Just that one though. Like nothing else is in Spanish.
You just got-
I'm going to blame you.
yeah.
Me too. But I went into the settings. I looked at everything, but it's just that one channel.
No, that happens to me sometimes. You just go to the bottom of the settings and you can pick any language you want.
But I did, and all my channels are in English,
Really?
except for that one.
Let me ask you this. When you're turning it off, are you arrowing all the way back to where it says, do you want to leave? And you click over to yes?
No,
If you do that,
and then go back.
yeah,
I've done
because
that,
sometimes if you don't shut it down all the way, it'll be a little bit hinky the next time you turn it
I'll
on.
have to look out. You also want to set it to where every time you log in, it refreshes everything.
I need some
I'll look
tutelage,
at it.
Yeah.
It's you for sure.
Listen, I'm not fighting you on that at all. At all.
Galvin and I used that for like 2 years and never had a problem.
Nothing in Spanish.
Nope.
But you guys also aren't watching Bonanza.
That's true. I did watch the Golden Girls last night for like 2 hours.
Did you? I watched Happy Days.
Yeah.
I set it up in Clearwater on my own on a new TV, and I had to go in because Fire TV, you have to like jailbreak it to get it to work on that. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I can't believe this is working. I can't believe I did it. I was so happy. So
Yeah, you feel like you can work for NASA once you do something like that.
I can figure out any problem.
I just got a sound bar because I had bought a new TV, and my sound bar, you know how technology goes where different inputs and different stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, and I don't want to get this goes into here and this. I'm just getting a new sound bar. So I get a new sound bar. I haven't hooked it up yet. It just came the other day, but it's Bluetooth.
Oh,
The sound bar is. I'm like, oh my, I'm in the future.
Like
Yeah.
Spotify now. Yeah. I was thinking back to Pete and I the first night we discovered Napster. We were going out on a Saturday night, and then it was like 8:00. We were getting ready to go out, and Pete's like, you could download any song. 4 hours later, we're still at our computers. We're like, oh, remember this one? And we were just playing every.
Downloaded 8 songs in that amount of time.
Yeah. Forever to download the song.
The best was you would download a song. You're like, oh, I'm so excited. And it takes a while to get it. And then you get it and you press play and it goes. And you're like, this is not very good quality.
Or the title of the song would not be the song in the file.
Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, the new Jay-Z album is on Napster, and you download it. It's like old Madonna. And you're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Are you going to play it and it's a lady with a horse and you're like, wait a second.
Took you 2 days to download it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Can I tell you the first time I downloaded a movie illegally, which I don't do, I got a letter from the cable company back when I had cable, and it said, you downloaded this, and it's been forwarded to the authorities, and if you keep doing it, they're going to take away your cable. And I went, oh, God. The worst is it was the Three Stooges movie. And I went, I cannot lose cable over the Three Stooges movie.
Your Honor, he was downloading.
Come on. Nobody believes I would download this one.
Put him in jail.
Yeah.
Did you see, speaking of streaming and doing stuff, you see Dana White? Go ahead, try it. Try and stream Saturday night, UFC. illegally.
It was
Try
it was
See what
great.
happens.
It was great. I watched it.
Yes, I know.
He does that all the time.
I know, but I don't know what he thinks he knows.
I think maybe if he's like, if I scare 30% of the people, I'll save $10 million.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But yeah, it was good. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. But it was good. A good UFC fight card. The girls, man, the girls fight the hardest. I think. I really do.
I gotta tell you, it's too late. It's too late. I try and I just doze. I'm Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I'm just dozing off and hitting. I wake up and my dog's on top of me. I'm like, who's there? Who's going on?
I fell asleep in the first title fight, which was a really good fight, and then the second one I woke up at the end.
Yeah.
So I woke up for the main event
Yeah.
one. I was like, all right, good. It was good though. I mean, I watched a couple of the fights and it was entertaining. I wish they had that like more often. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I wish there were more fighters that I cared about and it was on more often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, it is on a lot.
Yeah,
There
but
are
most
a
of the
lot.
time it's on a lot. And it's people I don't know and I'm not interested in, and you know, not that it's not good, but I'm not going to run to watch it. But
Well, the thing is now, you know, from back in the day, whenever we used to watch it, we knew every fighter. We
Yeah.
knew every fighter. Now there's so many different fighters, but there's a lot of great fighters. But yeah, you just don't necessarily know the personality
Right.
or
You
what
like-
their deal is.
Yeah.
Or you watch a guy who's stealing Conor McGregor's personality. How about that
a
guy?
lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Get your own personality, weirdo.
they're showing footage on Fox 13 of the hurricane hitting California, and they just showed flooding that was up to the curb, not very high, but it was up to the curb, and a Lamborghini parked in the street, and the Lamborghini goes just about a foot above the curb. So I'm like, how do I know you're rich? Because you don't care if your Lamborghini floods out. You
Yeah,
just leave it there
yes.
on the ground. On Saturday, I went to Shooter's World and dialed in a couple of the guns, went and shot things I haven't shot in a while, and had a good time. Let me start over. I'm never surprised, but still surprised that I took a target that had a shadow of a guy with a gun and wearing a hood, you know,
Right.
and I put it out there at a reasonable distance, and I shot it with the silencer. I never shot it with the silencer before, so I wanted to see how it was with the recoil and all that stuff. And I shot a whole magazine into the target in the same vicinity, all around the left side where the guy was holding the gun.
I saw the picture, yeah.
Okay.
One in his arm, the rest were grouped all together.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually shot the first one just to see if my sight was on and hit him in the chin. And I was like, okay, that's kind of where I was aiming, like in the neck area. So then the rest of them were all grouped around the arm. So I posted a picture on Instagram, and I said, it was a shame to shoot this guy because he's so handsome. They made him look so. Usually they used to make them all look black, and then somebody finally said, "Why are you making them all black guys?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry." So now they're like handsome white guys. So when I brought it in, I put it up there because I did exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to put it all in the body in that area. Oh, your grouping's terrible.
Yeah. All the experts.
Listen, I don't know what you think that you're trying to do. Dino, I went with Dino. Dino has a gun that he put that target all the way at the end of the range, and he fired, and I thought he missed everyone because almost everyone went in the same hole. That's what he was trying to do, and he did it perfectly, and it looked so cool. And I fired that gun, and it was fantastic. It felt like a toy. Then I put the target out there, and I'm like, I want to kill this guy, and I want to shoot him all in the stomach, and I want to shoot him on the side that he has his gun. And
Slow bleed.
They weren't all in the same hole, and everybody's like, "Oh, terrible grouping, terrible." You guys make me laugh so hard. If there's a guy in my house, I don't care if I clip him in the shoulder, and the next one goes in his knee, and the next one goes in his nuts. I'm looking to stop the guy in front of me, and all of my bullets went into his body. I was very happy. I'm not trying to win long range awards, so
It just it's social media and the internet. It just amazes me because, like, you know, somebody, especially like musicians, there'll be a drummer and they'll be like, "Yeah, but that's not even hard." You know, not every song has to be the hardest song. It could just be a good song.
most great songs are not very hard to play.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Because they have a thing. There's this Drumeo where they have all the drum stuff on there, and what they do, it's pretty cool. They'll have a great drummer, like the drummer from Megadeth.
Right.
They played him the Killers with no drums to it. And so he played his own version in drums, or they'll let him hear the song with the drums and he tries to play it, whatever.
Out,
you know, and he's like, I've never heard this before. Whatever. And he does it, whatever. Thomas Lang did it with Metallica, and everyone's like, Lars sucks. He's the worst, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how many millions of albums do you have to sell?
Right.
Listen, he's not the world's greatest drummer. But also, you don't need that for Metallica. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
makes me laugh so hard. I remember I went to see Metallica one time with the guys in my fraternity, and my buddy George was like, "Man, Kirk Hammett can't even play." Because I wanted to see the solo and one I love, and he's like, "He's not even that good." I went, "He looks pretty good to me."
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't even. I love when I go see a band and they're mediocre but sound awesome. You're like, "Yeah, those guys are great." People, I don't know what it does for you. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. You didn't insult me with the shooting. I wonder what it does for you to say that to me. Like, I know some of our listeners, because we always bust each other's balls. They try to bust our balls because it's cool to do that, but in text it doesn't come over that well. You know what I mean? So I can't tell if somebody's being a dick or if they're being nice. So I just ignore it. So save the ball busting for Galvin when you see him alone in person. He loves that stuff. So we leave the Shooter's World, and it's still pretty early, and I have to pick up some stuff from Shark Coast. So I'm like, you know what? Shark Coast is having the Trigicon guys there. Let's just go out there. So we drove out to Sarasota on a whim, and I went there and picked up my guns, and one of them that I got was the one that I bought Spanish for his birthday. I couldn't get them when I bought them because I forgot my goddamn concealed weapon permit, so I had to wait the 3 days. So I drove out there, and I get the guns, and I hang out there for a while and start looking at things that I want to buy. Oh, I also learned that when you use a silencer and you go to take it off, it's very hot.
Very hot.
yeah.
So I bought a cover for that while I was there.
Smart.
What now? The silencer or suppressor or whatever. How good does that sound? Like, how much of it? Yeah, I mean, obviously in the movies, you're.
If I fired it in here right now,
Yeah.
you'd hear.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it just like a?
Yeah. I mean, I'm shooting a 9mm with it. It's still
Right.
pretty loud, but I have I have a 22 handgun, which is a small caliber, and they make subsonic bullets for it. And if you put a silencer on that, then you'll hear, when you shoot. So
It's better than the 2-liter soda bottle with a towel in it.
Yeah. That works in the movies really well. I first two things. One, I've just wanted to have one to see what it was like. Also, I can't imagine what I'd ever use it for, but if there was ever like a nuisance animal or something in my yard, and I like in a point where I'd have
You
to
got
use
the
it.
snake charmer, don't you?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'd rather not fire off something where all my, because I remember my old neighbors. I was in my office and I heard a shotgun go off. I mean, when I lived in Land O'Lakes, I heard a shotgun, so I grabbed my gun and I jumped up because it sounded like it came from my backyard. And I went out there, and then I heard people next door, so I went around the corner, and there's a lady, and she's looking, and I'm like, something's going on. And my neighbor, the lady, looked at me, and I go, "You okay?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, raccoon." And I go, "It was a raccoon in your yard called Wilderness Lake Preserve, and you shot it?" And she goes, "My husband said to keep it." I go, "I don't want to know." I just turned around and I left.
The
I said,
raccoon had a shotgun?
Yeah. I said, just wanted to make sure you weren't getting attacked by someone. We're good. So anyway, I go to Shark Coast, I get all the guns, and on the way home, I said, Dino, let's stop by Spanish's house, and I'll drop the gun off that I bought for him for his birthday. So we drive to Spanish's house, and lo and behold, guess who's there? Joe and Sugar Pants watching TV.
That's
Now,
right.
is that the first time you met Sugar Pants or no?
I believe so. I
Okay.
might have seen her before, but not realized and put two and two together. But that was the first time I met her in person.
All right.
I think, right, Joe? Do you know?
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
that is the first time.
Yeah, because I think you were the last one, or maybe Carmen now. I
I
guess.
have not
Yeah.
met her.
Oh.
She's horrendous.
Oh.
What?
Oh no!
I'm just joking because Carmen, she's delightful. She's adorable. She looks appropriate for Joe, even though she's not age appropriate, which is also good for guys.
How old is she?
I couldn't tell you from looking at her because she looks really young. So she's probably not really, really young, but she looks it.
She is. She looks much younger than she is.
Yeah. I would have said she was like 31.
She's not
Yeah.
31.
But she looks like
She's
she is.
21.
Yeah. She just turned 18.
Yeah.
That would be creepy.
Nope.
Wander Frank.
Are you guys going to go to the prom or like do you have plans?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, she's adorable and she was sweet, and I bombarded in the house and went in, and I was like, "Where's Spanish?" 2:40 in the p.m. Still sleeping.
Ooh.
I went, "You've got to be kidding me!"
Mhm.
2:40 in the p.m. post meridian, he's sleeping.
Now, do you think that I was still sleeping from the night prior, or that I had woken up early and now I was taking a
No,
nap?
I thought you were sleeping from the night prior.
I thought I was sleeping from the night prior.
I
That's
still
fair.
think that. So I'm in your living room now. Dino's in your living room. Sugar Pants and Joe are there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out how I handle this situation. I want to run in and jump on top of you and start beating you up, but then I find out Charisma's in the bed.
She was, yeah.
And I'm like, we don't want to do that to her.
Yeah, thank you.
And I don't know what she wears to sleep, so it's not even like funny as a joke if she's naked and I just jump in with you guys. I'm like, hey.
Just a goof.
I would have loved it in my heart, but I would have probably been, scared her.
It would have gotten a little weird, I think, yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
just
yeah.
saw you naked.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, if you want to see this, you can go to our Instagram at the Mike Calta
Yeah.
Show and watch it, because my ultimate thing was, instead of videoing it, was to go live. So now I'm standing in the living room live, talking to people, showing the house. A couple hundred people get on there, and I go, all right, we're going to go wake Spanish up. All of a sudden, the door starts jiggling, and we all jump back. And I go, well, this could be even better, because if he walks out, I'll just dip out and scare the hell out of him, because you don't expect me to be in your house, you know? And then all of a sudden I hear another door. Karishma went out and in the bathroom, and I went, this couldn't be any more perfect, because now I could go run in the bed. So I go run in and jump on top of the bed, and you're sleeping like you're sleeping off a tequila hangover.
Yeah.
You don't even flinch. So then I start like poking you, nothing. Then I start like rubbing your chest, and then I start rubbing your face. You're doing nothing, and your gross Italian, Puerto Rican, hairy chest is there. And then I start smacking you, and I'm like, I think he's dead. I think she killed him.
Get a mirror, put it under his
Yeah.
nose.
And then finally he wakes up, and he turns. I got to be honest with you. The look in your face when you realize that it's me and you just start laughing made me laugh. Yeah, it was. What were you? Did you feel me like smacking your face?
So I felt something rubbing my face, but Karen's done that before. I didn't feel any smacking, but the crazy thing was when I opened my eyes and I saw you, I still did. I thought I was like having a fever dream or something. I was like, what is going on?
And the best was it's all live.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
live on Instagram.
You said I'm live on Instagram, and I'm
Yeah, 'cause
looking around. I was like, what is going? And then all I could see was Dino's head just kind of peeking around the door. I was like, what
That's
is
the last thing you see before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Spanish never paid me for Montreal.
Yeah,
Dino's
yeah.
here to get the money.
I thought you guys were gonna hang out. Then I got up, I came out, and I was like, "What? Did they go?" And Joe almost had me going. He was like, "Who was over here?" And I was like,
nice.
"What?"
what?
Let me tell you where we almost got you really good. As we were leaving, they dropped off your Uber Eats. We tried to take it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm taking it. I go, what is it, tacos? I'm taking it. If your girlfriend wasn't there, I was taking your food.
It was butter chicken. It's delicious.
I was going to take pictures of me eating in the car and just send it back to you. Oh, that would have been great. I didn't want
The
poor
coup de grace.
Charisma though to be
dude.
caught in that
was so
situation. I was
good.
like, no.
She came out of the bathroom and she goes, "Was somebody here?"
She
And I was
missed the
like,
whole thing.
Yeah. Somebody was here. I think somebody was here.
Yeah,
That was
we were there.
exciting. That was a great way to wake up on Saturday.
Oh,
It would have been a great way to end the video, just touching his face. He's not waking up, and then you just hear,
Yeah.
all right, well, I guess we're out of here.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't do anything weird, like try to kiss your hand or something.
I'm so glad you didn't do that too.
God.
We left and immediately got in the car and I looked at Dino and I went, well, now I'm hungry. I smelled your buttered chicken or
Yeah,
whatever you
it
got.
was good.
What is buttered chicken?
It's an Indian dish.
See
Butter
if, you
chicken,
can, see if you
yeah.
can break it down.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
in it? Tell me the
Yeah.
ingredients.
Butter, tomato. It's
Oh.
delicious.
What now? You're saying cheeseburger, peanut butter and jelly?
Oh,
It's
man.
good. It's good. You should have stayed. We had plenty.
No.
Yeah.
No. I also thought this. Joe, did you read some of the comments? Everybody loves your house.
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh.
people expecting Whore Island to be
Galvin's
gross.
house. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they definitely.
Galvin's house.
Yes.
right.
I saw some
I
comments
appreciate it.
about the Nazi memorabilia that was.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
Nazi
yeah.
memorabilia.
You really are lucky he has all that stuff put away now, Mike. 'cause
Listen,
you go
I don't want to
live.
know about any of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm married to a
No.
Jewish woman.
Yeah.
This is-
Yeah.
You should have looked at his movie poster collection.
Yeah.
I did not want to expose that.
No.
Joe's house is kind of like back in the day back in the day, a couple of years ago when they started tearing down statues.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joe hides them all in his house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You got
listen,
some weird stuff in there.
I have some historical movie memorabilia that may not be appropriate for today's
Yeah.
standards.
Right.
And a dead child suitcase
Well,
full
I do
of stuff.
still- yes.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who collects that stuff that's coming to town?
Who?
Reginald Vell Johnson, the father from Family Matters,
Really?
the guy from Die Hard. I saw him on Entertainment Tonight, and he collects racist propaganda
Really?
and racist like statues and stuff.
Oh, right in
For
your
the-
wheelhouse.
Yeah. Joe's got you covered.
Well, I have
Joe-
all the lobby cards from
Yeah.
that particular movie
You
as
should
well.
you should give you should give it to him, but you should probably talk to him about it before you just present it to him.
He's so proud. Like, he doesn't really-
Joe, listen to me. Joe, although he does not get the full credit for it now, Joe has had a long career in video and movies and all that other stuff.
Of course.
So Joe,
Joe used to do
You said
video. Is
video.
what you're trying to say.
well,
Go ahead.
I don't know
Laugh
about
it up.
video. It-
Laugh it up.
a lot of it's on
yeah,
film.
we get it. We've seen the groove too. It was great.
Well,
All right.
I went to his house and he's got like nice movie decorations. Like he's
Yeah.
got movie canisters stacked up that I thought was pretty nice.
The '90s were awesome.
Some old film strips.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joe, I'm on your side on
Thank
this
you,
one. What
Mike.
I'm
This stuff
saying
is so
is,
flammable, by the way.
Very flammable.
It's not safe to have in the house.
is it the tape or?
Oh, though that
Film.
film.
I should
is-
carry some of that in my backpack
Oh,
when I go camping,
man.
just in case.
Dude,
Acetone.
that'll
Yeah.
light up so fast.
So anyway, so Joe has a collection of things.
Yeah.
And
That's not where things go to die. Whoever said that
yeah,
comment.
no. Anyway,
were
I thought
ridiculous.
the comments were nice. People
Yeah.
liked your house.
Thank you.
And
That's not what I saw, but
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't go out back.
no, that's what I'm saying. So I'm driving there with Dino, and Dino goes, Joe called me a while ago. He said he had some issues in the house and
do.
wanted me to fix it. Said he had some insurance money coming in because something broke on his house, whatever. And I was like, let me guess, he never called you. And he goes, yeah, no, he didn't. I go, oh, well, he won't pay you either.
Yeah.
So just
Oh,
let you
no,
know
wait.
now.
Get the money
That's
up
not
front.
true.
Yeah,
That's
ask Tom.
definitely.
I don't want you to ruin another friendship.
I'm not going to. Michael, how could I do that? I
What
would
a-
not.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Poor Tom.
Cheapskate.
Tom does
Yeah.
work at my house. I pay him on the way home. As
right.
he's driving home, bing, Venmo. Thank you.
Gonna need a deposit.
Mhm.
Joe's all about the IOUs.
Yeah.
I don't need a deposit. What,
This
Joe?
is terrible. Why? How do I get this reputation?
Do
I don't
doing
know.
things.
Do
Yeah.
you take Nazi memorabilia as
Yeah.
payment? No? All right.
I'm down to my last knife. This is an actual tattoo gun.
Yeah,
Oh, Joe,
yeah.
you're a bad person.
I got these boots.
Come on, man.
Well, dude, you're the one who's, Montreal
Celebrating it.
screw job. Yeah.
Let me just tell you, I'd like to make a real estate. I've been to Joe's house for the last 20 years. I've never seen Nazi memorabilia.
Thank you, Michael.
Well,
Yeah.
I need to let people know these are jokes
Oh,
before,
yeah.
They're jokes.
Maybe.
before it's getting a hashtag.
Oh yeah.
Fire the Nazi guy. Yeah. No, the movie poster is real, but the rest of it's
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
well, anyway,
Yeah.
Spanish 2:40 p.m.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah.
What did you do the night before? I don't think I could without alcohol the day before make myself sleep that late anymore.
Well, that was Saturday. So Friday, Karen and I actually went to bed early because we're up early for the show. So we were up at I was up at 6 playing video games.
Oh, then
but
you went
then-
back to bed.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
do it and then go back to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, I laid in that
Yeah,
spot.
you did. Well,
yeah,
Yeah, those sheets are new right now, but
but not that day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
gross.
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
We got a routine on Saturday. Make some coffee. Joe usually.
Can I be
has
part
some-
of the routine?
Yeah.
I jump in bed with you guys around
Yeah,
2:40.
Come on over,
Such,
Michael.
Yeah.
such an odd feeling of waking up and seeing you. That was so weird.
And then you look beyond me and see Dino.
Yeah, and then you guys were gone when I got up. And
If you
Joe's
see-
like, "Who's here?"
If you see Dino first, it's over. Yeah. You've seen the last thing you're gonna see.
I thought it was sleep paralysis. I was like, "What is going on?"
Your face when you looked at me and then you just started laughing. It was great.
Yeah.
That's your happily ever after.
Dude, that is my happily ever after right there. I wish.
Anyway, good weekend.
Oh, and Karen had her puzzle out. She was puzzling
Oh, my
all
God.
day. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
try to
Bunch
put
of
it off on
nerds.
Karen.
Yeah. What? Nerds? You don't puzzle every once in a
No.
while? What?
I haven't put together a puzzle since I
Me
was
either.
6.
I don't do puzzles.
I don't understand it.
What?
I
What?
was-
You got pieces? They fit together? It's very
No,
therapeutic.
Pants likes doing them too.
Yeah, see?
They'll sit on the floor and do
Yeah.
puzzles together.
Yeah, they're very
Oh,
therapeutic.
I've opened up my daughter's coloring book and went, we have a genius. This child is an artist. We need to get it an agent and all that. My wife's like, no, I got bored. I did all that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Coloring now.
Yeah, so it's very nice.
Oh.
That was a thing for a while. A lot of adults were coloring.
Well, they were doing his
Remember?
therapy.
Yeah.
Hey, look, whatever calms you down,
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not biting the furniture.
For some of us,
Here, take a coloring book. Huh? Or put a puzzle together.
Sometimes how it feels like, oh, my life is so chaotic. This is nice. This is calm. Everything fits together.
Just
Some
take
of us
some
is
ketamine
coloring.
and do a puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh,
some of
you
us
should
is catching Pokemon.
you should have grabbed a couple pieces and took them with you, so they
Oh.
could,
Don't do
so they could never finish the puzzle.
That is
Don't do that.
great.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
You
That's
want them
not
back?
cool.
They're $8 each.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You gotta
that's
grab
a
a
good
handful of
idea.
pieces. And take them.
Chaos. This is pure chaos. What are you doing?
That is a good idea.
I don't like it.
We've
I
been
don't like
working
what's
on this for
happening.
6 months,
Yeah,
and there's 7 pieces missing.
Carmen, are you awake?
Hello. Yeah?
Okay. Can I give you an assignment today?
No.
I think you might like it.
What? Go home?
No. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Don Rigatoni's wants to bring food in. Do you want to call him?
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
today, not for today, but like for the future.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So I'll give you that information. You can set that up. All the food's gonna go to St. Petersburg. What are you laughing at? What happened?
Don Rigatoni's. I love Don Rigatoni's. I'm excited.
No, let's just set it up for the next house party.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
That way
Yeah.
everyone gets to try it.
Yeah, all right. I like it.
Which
Okay.
is technically this Friday.
You don't want to do it next Friday?
Well,
I mean,
next Friday's the 1st.
but if the 31st is on Thursday, I don't know, it's up to you, Mike, really.
No, it's up to Carmen. I don't care.
It's the last Friday of the month.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to put
Yeah, I
off
don't
food?
understand what's going on.
Why have food?
Why do we all have to
Why
suffer?
are
Why
the
stuff
following-
like this? We're all talking
2
like this
weeks
or
instead of
something.
1 week?
Right. Why can't I come there this
Just
Friday?
tell her you don't want her to come here.
Yeah.
What's the matter with
Friday,
you?
Friday,
Friday,
fried eggs. All
So
right,
give
good.
the information to Spanish and have him do it.
Oh my
we're-
God!
If we do that, we're never gonna have pizzas.
We're
Like
gonna have butter
we're supposed to have
chicken.
pizzas.
Ooh, buttered chicken.
Yeah.
Remember, we were supposed to have pizzas all the time.
Oh,
Carmen
yeah.
doesn't even want to make a phone call.
I will.
No, forget about it.
Okay.
I'm happy
fine.
to do it. I'm
I
happy
gotta
to
be
call Mr.
I'm just
Rigatoni.
saying, I have to plan my own coming home party. Like that's
There's
crazy.
a, there's a party?
I didn't know this
Yeah.
was a coming home
I
party.
didn't know it was for
Yeah.
you.
I thought it was just every Friday we let Carmen come over, or the one out of the month, so she
Yeah.
doesn't get super mad at us.
Right.
By the way, I think Spanish is probably the right choice. Hello, Don Rigatoni. Bring me a bunch of pasta. Now.
Like Temple Grandin.
Yeah. Do you have any bull testicles?
Oh, why are you in such a bad mood today?
Who me?
Yeah.
It's Monday, man. I'm
Oh,
tired.
man.
All right.
I just-
Chad busy with the boys on the internet over the weekend?
Boys.
Little Tarkov action.
No. It's just Monday. I'm tired. Okay.
All right.
Is it Monday?
What'd you do yesterday?
Hey, Steve, shoot your gun. Shoot it all over me.
I'm tarking off. What did you do yesterday?
Nothing.
All right. This should be a fun
I
day.
literally just laid on the couch yesterday. That's what I did.
Why are you yelling at me about it? I didn't lock you in the house.
You asked, and then you got mad at me because I didn't do anything.
I'm
You're
on
like,
a
"Oh,
radio
thanks."
show trying to have a conversation, and then you're like, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I laid on the couch yesterday.
All right.
Well,
I'm afraid to say
But
anything.
like,
I'm sorry
what's a better way to answer that? One word, or you're not gonna believe it, but I didn't do anything. I
Yeah.
laid on the couch all
Oh,
day.
then why are you so tired
Sat
today?
there in my sweatpants, all my stained, oversized Five Below T-shirt. You know, little description, little talky talk.
sounds
Nothing.
good. You guys should have a conversation more often.
Oh,
boy.
man.
Oh gosh.
I
Which
believe
one?
they call that a radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is her microphone?
Well, I apologize. I wanted to text you guys yesterday and wish you happy National Radio Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so-
Thank you.
Find a picture with you and a microphone. Make sure you put that
Oh.
up. Or a picture of you with your most famous celebrity you've
Yeah.
met.
Did anybody here do that?
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't either. I actually reposted something I put up 5 years ago. It was a thing on Facebook that came up my timeline. It said, "Today is National Radio Day. I remember when I started in 1992." And then I wrote, I'm just kidding. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, look, I get it. It's just dumb. I'm
You
sorry.
started radio in 1992.
Yes. Oh, now you want to be part of the conversation?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What year were you born?
Did you do nothing on that day too, Carmen?
You know what? Fine. Powering down.
Did she just powered down?
Finally.
Calling down river.
Ethan from Eagle put on my post, he wrote, "You started 2 years before me," and I don't know if he was like, "You only started 2 years before me," or "You started 2 years before me." I don't know what he was like. You need to put some exclamation point in it. Yeah, so I know what he's saying. Like, did he look at it and go, "You only started 2 years before me. I got a long way to go," or "Goddamn, you're older than I thought," or "We're the same." Like, I think he needs to figure that out. Yeah. Anyway.
I started in 2000, which is perfect, so I can know exactly. 23. So I'm just proud that I've 23 years
Oh man.
of not really doing it. You know, like that.
It's a hard job.
Yeah. It's tough. Yeah.
Listen, a lot of people can do it and make $8 an hour doing it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
For
I know.
4 hours a day.
It's true.
It's
I
whether or
know.
not you do
I'm
it
doing
as,
that.
as a career.
the station I used to work for, one of the sales ladies was always like, "Oh, it must be nice just you're hanging out with your friends, this, that, and everything." And I go, "Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? I can do what you do. You can't do what I do.
Right.
I can go and sell.
Yeah.
You can't come in here and hold a conversation. You'll just say one word like nothing."
I will give you this. I couldn't do that. I watch them talk to some of these people and like,
Oh, I couldn't do it in a million years.
Yeah, I know.
I
Not at
should
this
say
level.
I should say I don't want to do
Right.
it.
Yeah.
like I don't understand like when I hear that they go, "Okay, well, we can start a whole program for you," and it starts like at $50,000. I'm like, $50,000? What
Yeah.
business? Is it?"
Yeah.
I just don't understand how it all works. So, and I made that number up. I'm just
Also, if somebody was like pushed back, they were like, "Well," and I go, "All right, then just go
Yeah,
and have a
don't
good
do it.
business.
Yeah.
Fine, that's fine."
Then
You're an
gotta
idiot.
You got to call somebody trying to explain Joe to them.
There's no explanation.
well, don't try to figure it out. That's the good
Yeah.
thing about Pap. You don't try to figure it out.
Let him do his thing.
That's right.
Holy smokes. All right, listen to me. We got to take a break, get this show going this morning. Go watch that video of me waking up Spanish at the Mike Calta Show on Instagram. If you're not already following us, how dare you? We've got Sporcle coming up next. Of course, we'll get into news. We got a lot of things happening. There's hurricanes and earthquakes at the same time in California.
Good job, Newsom.
Yeah, right. We got Scott just. Hey, I'm going to move them over to the West Coast this year. Let the West Coast get the hurricanes.
Didn't even mess up his hair. Unbelievable.
I talked to Leanne last night, Bert's wife, and she said, "Just rain."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Rain, as far as a hurricane goes, nothing." She goes, "I love a rainy day." And she goes, "Earthquake? I don't know. I can live without that."
I actually love a rainy night.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie Rabbit.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening.
$6:49 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. We got a big comedy show happening September 2nd at the Capitol Theater. It was 122 tickets left last time I checked. So if it's something you want, you're not going to win them. I don't think we have any left to actually give away anymore. Cheap seats are cheap, so that no matter where you sit, you can sit and see the whole thing, and it's great. It's not a very big theater, but you can go buy cheaper seats and have a great time. It all kicks off on Friday. Friday, we're having a liquid lunch somewhere in Clearwater, which I don't know. They haven't given me the information yet. And then on Saturday, of course, we got the big show. So, and then I think Friday night, we're going to have a pub crawl. I need to get all this information. We're getting too close. We haven't had a pub crawl since before COVID.
Yeah. By the way, that's like a couple weeks away.
No, I
They need
know.
to let us know what's going on.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think they told me, and I just don't remember. Yeah. I might put that one on me. Just saying.
Shocker.
Shut up, Carmen.
Surprised it wasn't in
It's
Spanish.
Monday. Yeah. All right. We have some stuff to give away today, Carmen. I know we have a whole new list, right?
Yes, we do.
I think
So-
for those of you who just didn't want to go see the 1975,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
So we have tickets for Lionel Richie.
Ooh.
Well,
for
that's sold
Wind and
out.
Fire.
That's just Saturday night, and that's sold out.
I'm
so-
sorry, Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, where?
At the Emily Arena.
Emily.
Try not to shake your groove thing that night.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
yeah.
luck.
It's this Saturday. It is sold out, but we do have 2 pair of tickets.
All
to give
right.
away.
Good.
We also have tickets for Rob Zombie.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Also
it.
this Saturday.
Is that Alice Cooper, too?
Alice
Yep.
Cooper, Rob Zombie, yeah.
Ghost.
Okay.
The Outlaw Music Festival.
That's got Willie Nelson.
Yes, correct. The 1975.
Oh, still happening.
Mm-hmm.
And For next May in Jacksonville, we have tickets for Luke Combs.
Oh,
Next
wow.
May. Hey, Ghost is a good band. Too scary for me. Their music doesn't match their faces.
No, and that's why I don't like their music's very middle of the road to me.
It's AC/DC like.
But they look like they should be like death metal,
Right.
You know,
Right.
and scary, like King Diamond. You know,
Yeah, but they do. From what I understand, they have a great stage show and all that. So if you like that, do it. All right, let's give it away with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Galvin, what line are you playing for?
I'm going to win today for line 1.
Line 1. Let's see, right at the top. Good morning. Who's this?
Karen?
Hi, Karen. Galvin is playing for you. Please hold. Spanish.
Line 3, please.
Oh, of course. Good morning. Who's this?
Dave.
Hi, Dave. Spanish is playing for you. Gio.
Line 12.
Right. Stand by. Good morning. Who is this? Yo. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. That's
I
what
understand.
happened
I'm not
when
offended.
Gio was playing for you. Good morning. Who is this?
Scott.
Hi, Scott. Gio's playing for you. Please hold. I'll take line 8. Good morning. Who is this?
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. I'm playing for you. Carmin, the keeper of Sporcle. Pap, the administrator of Nazi memorabilia. And no, I'm just kidding. The scorekeeper. Carmin, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to do some simple math. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You say simple, and it makes me feel dumber.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm going to ask you a simple math.
She was out. He said.
I'm going to ask you a simple math problem, and you're going to give me the answers.
All
Okay?
right.
First one. 1 plus 1.
2.
Spanish. 2 minus 1.
1.
Galvin. 8 divided by 8.
1.
Spanish. 2 times 3.
6.
Galvin. 3 plus 6.
9.
Spanish. 5 plus 2.
7.
Galvin. 7 plus 2.
9.
9.
Mike.
I'm going to have to guess what
Yeah.
the number is now to get in.
5 minus 2.
3.
Spanish. 7 minus 4.
3.
4. I'm just yelling numbers now.
What'd you say, Galvin?
I said 3.
3 is what I was looking for. Galvin. 8 minus 3.
5.
Spanish. 3 plus 0.
0.
3.
That one. I meant that one.
Galvin. 5 minus 3.
2.
Spanish. 6 minus 1.
5. Yay.
Mike. 9 minus 1.
8.
4.
Galvin. 8. And Pap, we're halfway there.
Jesus.
0 is the color of his energy. Gio has 0. Michael has 2. And Galvin and Spanish are both tied with 6.
Oh, let me put my chain on.
All right.
Here we go.
Simple math.
Oh,
Your next-
wait a second.
What?
This special forces show where celebrities do stunts and stuff, they just showed JoJo Siwa fall and smack into that crane.
yeah.
I want to watch that now. All right, sorry. That was just caught my eye. Go ahead.
All right. Simple math. Your next one. 1 plus 8.
9.
9 was correct. Pap.
Michael.
Mike
I
gets
agree
the
with
point.
I agree with that as
I
well.
agree with that.
I would have said Galvin.
Jerk.
8 divided by 2.
4.
Galvin. 5 plus 1.
6.
Spanish. 9 minus 9.
0.
Mike. 1 times 0.
0.
0 is what I was looking for, Pap.
I couldn't tell because I didn't know what the answer was.
I just told you the answer.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't listening.
Integrity was
for-
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you want to say tie?
I mean,
I
what did you answer?
There's no ties
0.
in Sporcle.
I don't know. I thought it was me.
I thought it was me.
I answered, so I wasn't paying attention to what you guys were
Right.
doing.
Let's just say tie. We'll move on.
No
So
point.
no point.
No
Okay.
point.
No point. Your next one. 3 plus 4.
7.
7. Spanish.
You got the other one.
Excuse me, Galvin. 2 plus 4.
6.
Mike. 0 minus
0.
0.
0.
0 is the answer.
Galvin.
Galvin gets the point. 3 plus 5.
8.
Galvin. 8 minus 1.
7.
7. Pap.
Michael.
Mike gets the point. 1 plus 7.
8.
8. Mike. 2 plus 2.
4.
4. Pap.
Couldn't tell.
Oh my God.
I was
You're
looking
one
right at both
job.
of them. Yeah, I know
You're
it's my
the
one
one
It's too
job.
hard. It's too easy. Everybody's getting them.
I couldn't
So,
tell.
Pass it.
Pass.
Tie.
no point.
No point.
And Pap. We're on the last 3.
Geo is still pleasantly.
Jew.
Geo.
We
I
said so many things about
Geo.
Jews this morning.
I said Geo 0. Michael and Spanish both have 7.
What?
And Galvin is your leader by 3. He has 10.
Oh my! I should have took that last one.
Well,
All right. Simple math. Last 3. 6 minus 2.
4.
Galvin. 3 minus 1.
2.
2. Galvin. And your last one. 6 divided by 3.
2.
Galvin.
2.
2.
Your final score, Geo 0.
Thank you.
Michael and Spanish both with 7, and Galvin is your triumphant champion. He won with 13.
trademark 2023.
Is that 2 in a row?
That is 2 in a row.
Oh,
2 in a row.
Just
for
checking.
my next 5 though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a long way to go.
Huh?
All right. 2 plus 6.
Side.
Side.
It's too hard when it's that easy. Poor Joe probably is gonna have a heart attack.
I
Yeah.
definitely was having a heart attack.
Well, not only that, but then you just feel dumb for the rest of the day. What was 4 plus 3? I said 9.
Yeah. You got to try and beat the
Yeah.
question, you know. Lifeguard imaging. Those folks are great. If you have heart disease or cancer, you know they're silent killers. You won't even know about them, but you can go and get scanned and give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve. Get in touch with lifeguardimaging.com today. Lifeguardimaging.com. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
First, I would love for you guys to do a little Pee Wee Herman for me.
That was the best.
What is that?
That was my Pee Wee. I wanted to get it out of the way because you guys always make
No, but
fun of
that's
me.
not Pee Wee. You go,
That was Pee Wee.
yeah, that's Pee Wee. Okay. All right. I like it. You fixed it.
Galvin's the best.
And you are, but what am I?
Oh, I was going to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, count.
Oh, who's that Pee Wee now?
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
Shut up, Gio. Galvin's awesome.
But plus, you got to get the real nasally whenever you. I know you are, but what am I?
That's what I was trying to do, and I couldn't
Yeah.
get it. I couldn't get it.
You guys stink.
Rig the game. Rig the
the
game. Ugh.
By the way, when you guys were talking about how dumb you feel with the math thing, why do I always win? Oh, okay. That's why. Burn.
Not cool, man. Not
Cool.
cool.
You knew 6 plus 1 a millisecond faster than the rest of us.
Yeah, I did.
What do we have coming up in news there, Einstein?
Coming up in news today, loser, is Mother Nature. Bitch, I'm old.
Hold on, Galvin, look. Isn't that thing you
Yeah,
like?
Red Panda.
Red Panda.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mother Nature. Things
Mother
that-
Nature, bitch, I'm old. And how do I parent?
Oh.
Oh, boy.
All right. All right, Galvin has your news. We will do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the Mike Calta Show. Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone. What's better than going on Calta Cruise 17? Going on Calta Cruise 17 for free. It's easy. Stop by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, and scan the QR code to enter. Win a free cabin for 2 on Calta Cruise 17. For more details, go to theboneonline.com. We now return to the Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone.
7-Eleven on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Let me tell you about my friends at Super Heat and Air. If you have an AC in your home that's not keeping it as cold as it should be, and you know it's time to get a new one, but you're afraid to pay for it, you can go to Super Heat and Air and find out right on their webpage, superheatandair.com. You can get a whole new unit with no interest and no payments for 18 months. Get that thing installed today with no payments and no interest for 18 months. And if you think you might need a tune-up, you got to go and get one of those done, because I had them out here to do a tune-up last week on my unit, and it is free. Galvin came in today and said it was freezing in here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just when you thought it couldn't get any colder. But in this weather that we're having, this intense heat, you want to make sure you're running the most efficient unit as possible, or else your electric bill is just going to go up, and you're not even getting the cool air as a benefit. So call Super Heat and Air today. Find them online at superheatandair.com. They're for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for emergencies. And make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. Now, a lot of things going on in this radio station. We got a big weekend coming up in September. We got a Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise number 17. Can you believe that? We got a lot of things that we're going to announce that I'm not even supposed to say yet. But you know me, when you tell me something, I can't keep my mouth shut. So let me shut my mouth before we get out of hand. Find us on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show, where I just posted a video the other day of me going to Spanish's house on Saturday and waking him up.
Very jarring.
Yeah, jumping in bed with him
Yeah,
and waking
it
him
was
up.
nice and scary at the same time.
And you could see inside of Whore Island,
Yeah.
much different than you probably
Very
expected.
cozy.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you can hear my voice, you're probably near a Pelt Shoes right now. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. And whenever you stop in there, make sure you check out their new 3D foot scanner. It's going to give you all the information you need to know about your feet. It'll email it to you, and then they'll keep it on file. That way the fit experts will have all the information to make sure you're getting the perfect fitting shoe. They have all the styles and brands that you're looking for, whether you're looking for some dress shoes, you need athletic shoes, you need some boat shoes. They have them all right there in stock, ready to go for you. And whenever you stop into Pelts, make sure you whisper my name, Galvin. Galvin. You can get 10% off your first purchase. Pelt shoes, get them at Pelts. So the hashtag Hurricane blew up yesterday. Southern California got hit by a medium-sized 5.1 earthquake while the remnants of Hurricane Hillary were passing through. It was downgraded to a tropical storm, but still, a lot of stuff going on in California.
You don't need that. You don't need a hurricane and then an earthquake in the middle of the hurricane.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so they were calling it Hurricane.
Oh, I like that.
Hurricane.
I don't need a hurricane with a fire.
Yeah.
Hurricane ablaze.
Hurricane Blaze, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple of people over the weekend were taking videos that some of the news stations were showing of the hurricane. And-
Supposed hurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and proving that it was like old video footage and from different hurricanes that they were repurposing.
Well, they were showing footage of the earthquake ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. Come on. And people were picking up on Twitter and social media saying it was actual live footage of like the subway being flooded.
What is going on?
I love it, man. But
People are idiots.
yeah, evidently it's not the hurricane wasn't that bad. Oscar de la Hoya and Holly Saunders were in Mexico, and they posted a picture. It just looked like it was raining.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a big deal.
There is a interesting documentary about Oscar on HBO right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It gives you some interesting stuff, and he actually admits that he dressed up as a woman.
He does?
That
But
that
would
was-
they say why?
Yes, because he wanted to.
Uh-huh.
Because and he felt the girl that he was with, and she said, the entire time she was like, no idea, whatever. But she felt bad because it was girls that she knew that she brought over that took the pictures of him.
Oh, yeah.
But she said that he just liked to do that. That her place was like a free space for him to be able to do whatever he wants and stuff. But the interesting thing is Oscar said, he goes, so we had all this stuff on her, and then my lawyers got this guy, and the guy said you can tell by the way that it's here on the photo that it was photoshopped and that was in there and stuff. And Oscar de la Hoya was like, yeah, it was photoshopped. Like he goes, I just
Yeah.
went along with it.
Yeah.
Like this was an expert saying that, and he was like, yeah, totally, whatever. But
It's
yeah, but it
Oscar
was
de
him.
la Hoya dates one of the hottest chicks that I think, Holly Saunders, that's on Instagram.
Oh, it shows all the chicks that he dated before her too, and was married to, and this and that and everything. He's always had pretty.
If Holly Saunders asked me to put on a dress, I might throw some heels on.
This girl even said, that he enjoyed doing that sometimes, and she goes, "I literally would be out shopping for myself and think, oh, Oscar would look cute in this."
So he just says he likes to dress up as a woman?
I guess with his drugs and alcohol, and that was a thing, and he goes, you're just doing different stuff and whatever.
Don't we know people that have done ladyface?
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, let's be honest. Spanish did ladyface
Definitely.
because his girlfriend wanted him to do it.
Same with Oscar.
No, but the girl is saying Oscar liked to do it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's weird to me because I can't imagine that. Plus, I'd be an ugly woman. I found out during these last couple of weeks that I'm fat and ugly.
No.
And I feel like as a woman, I would not represent women very well.
I think it helped Oscar that he's a good-looking guy and a great body. He's in great shape, and he's not a big hulking guy.
Yeah.
He's like in great shape, but he's also
Maybe that's
smaller.
it. Maybe if I had a small frame, I'd be like, let me try to dress on. See what
Yeah,
happens.
listen, put a little makeup on every once in a while, no big deal.
Did you ever dress up in women's clothing for anything personally, like when nobody would find out about it?
No.
Ever?
No.
Anybody?
No.
I did one.
No.
My grandmother used to have this.
Weird.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Here we go.
Buckle in, folks.
My grandmother used to wear like this house dress, and so one time when we were kids, my other grandmother bought me. You ever see like when
I can't imagine where this is going.
You ever see like when kids from English stories, like old Dickens stories, they'd wear like those little dress things to bed?
Yeah.
So my grandmother bought us those one time, thought it would be cute like for Christmas, and it was so tight in the legs, I was claustrophobic. I was like, I can't wear this. I don't like it. One day I was taking a poop, and I was staring at my grandmother's thing as it hung in the back of the dress, and I thought, that's like what would be good, what my grandmother tried to buy us to wear to bed, because it's like stretchy. So I put it on one day. No, it gets better. I looked in the mirror and I went, oh God. Yeah, it wasn't a sexual thing, but I was like, I wonder if that would be a good pajama thing to wear.
Yeah.
So have you seen the guy on the internet? I don't know his name. He kind of looks like a fat Post Malone. And he stuffs his bra and wears like a fishnet shirt. So it looks like he has big boobs, and then he gets on like chat roulette or something. And he has the camera at his boobs.
Yeah.
And then he'll engage, and the guy will say something gross like, "I want to see your whatever's," or they are doing stuff to themselves. And then he lifts the camera up, and he's got face tattoos. He's a big bald guy, and he'll always go, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And scare the hell out of them, dude. That is so funny to me. So funny to me that you like guys would put themselves on a video chat thing. I mean, how do you not care about the repercussions of that?
Yeah, I always wonder about that, whether it's just like, well, I'm not doing anything that this matters for, but like anything,
The only time I was ever on those chat things was one time Dinah and Chelsea were at my house, and chat roulette was new, and we tried it out, and that was the time that we got, what's his name, that producer that we had on the show, Jermaine Dupri, when he was in the studio with Mariah Carey and somebody else. And we thought a lot of times what people would do is they'd put videos up. So you'd see a video of Alyssa Milano, I think it was, and you'd go, "Oh my God, it's Alyssa Milano," and she'd wave, and you'd wave back, and you'd be like, "Ah," and then it turned out it was just like a loop video. But the thing with Mariah Carey was, I had a Derek Jeter action figure on my computer, and I picked it up and I put it on the screen, and she looked in, and you could see her mouth go, "Derek," and I went, "Oh, that was pretty cool." But then, that was the last time I ever used chat anything.
It never worked out for me. It was always
that guy
doing
going,
weird
"Hey,
stuff.
dude!"
Yeah,
that was the other thing. The first 10 pictures you see are Asian guys whipping off.
What is going on?
It still exists. I just pulled it up.
Chat roulette.
Oh man,
it looks very different now.
It's a great idea. If you want to come in here and you and some girl from Europe are going to spend 10 minutes of we'll never see each other again alone sexy time, but it never works out. It's just always
weird dudes.
Yeah, it's just always weird dudes. Or worse, just when you're getting comfortable and you think you got yourself a girl, that guy with the weird face tattoos is like, "Hello.
What's up, bro?"
Yeah, it's great.
Donald Trump boasted on Truth Social that he will not only won't participate in this week's GOP primary debate, he will not be participating in any of them.
I'd rather watch a primate debate.
Did I say primate?
No, you started to, but
primary.
I don't. I mean, that's just sad news.
Yeah,
the
it
best
is.
thing
That's-
ever about
yeah.
him running for president was the debates.
Well, Trump will skip next week's RNC debate hosted by Fox News for a sit-down interview with ex-Fox host Tucker Carlson.
Not as cool though. Also, it's not. If you're going to get softball questions from a guy who's also been kicked off and mad at Fox, then
and
it's
likes
not.
you. and-
Yeah, it's not as fun. It was great when he would just tear up all the other people, and this is going to hurt him. I think it really is.
According to most national polling data,
This
Trump
is going to hurt him, not the 4 indictments or 6
Yeah.
indictments.
Trump is by far the front runner in the crowded GOP field.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't he do this? Because he doesn't want all the questions
Because
to
they're
be
beneath
about
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the real reason? Like I don't understand. I was trying to think of the strategy behind this. So if he doesn't show up, then nobody could bring up all the facts about his indictments.
They're all there to attack him. Anyways.
Exactly. I think that's it. So the
Yeah.
first time he did it, he caught them all off guard
Yeah.
and blew them away. And everyone was like, oh, my God, this is the greatest thing. Then with him and Biden, they were just talking over top of each other, which they probably, had
he would-
Biden on Adderall. And we're
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
you got to, if he starts talking, you start talking.
Yeah.
Now, like Gio said, everybody's gunning for him. So it's literally going to be 12 people versus Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
So,
it
Why,
just
why
would
should
be
I let them have their strategy to attack me?
Because he's so good at
But
it.
he might not be able to. If he's still under investigation, he probably
Yeah.
can't respond to anything. So
Then
that may
that's
be a big
easy way
reason
it's
why.
out. Of course, you'd ask me because I can't answer. I
Eh.
think that was
Like
John
it
Kennedy.
only, if he goes there, it's only benefiting the ones that are all
Yeah.
way behind him.
Because what if he does get a question from somebody and he's angry and he says something
Yeah.
that now they use
Right.
in court and they arrest him?
yeah.
yeah, I guess
I think it's
that's
smart
true. It's
for
just going to
Trump.
stink.
The stuff with him and Hillary Clinton when he was like
Oh,
stalking
my
her
God,
and walking
dude.
back and then just wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing's
that.
better than because you'd be in jail.
Yeah.
That was the best thing we've ever seen on TV. I would say that the Trump debates were as exciting and funny as watching the McGregor
Oh,
Mayweather.
Very
press
entertaining.
conferences.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll go back and watch a clip of those every once in a while.
Shane Gillis has a great bit about it, about the first time, because he goes, the one guy is like, I'm from Michigan and I like education. They're like, oh, all right, yeah. And the other guy's like, I'm from Kentucky and I like religion. They're like, oh, this is a good debate. This is a good debate. And then Trump gets up there and he goes, Rand Paul looks like a ugly something, whatever. They're like, oh, you can do that? You can do that? And it's so funny.
Him talking about Marco's small
Oh,
hands.
yeah. Little Marco.
Little Marco. Oh.
He has nothing to gain by going to these debates.
Nah.
He's got ratings to gain.
Yeah, but I mean,
I would watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it now, too.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be as much fun. But you
So-
know who's going to be the guy to watch now is Chris Christie,
Yeah.
because he was the one that really helped Trump out with his defense against the other people that were attacking him. And Chris Christie's, he's a fat Jersey guy. He should be able to throw a couple of zingers out there.
now they'll all be attacking Trump, even though he's not even
Right.
there.
And I-
It's
and
gonna
Won't
I-
be fun, though.
But I think the thing is we will be watching with Trump in our head going, oh, Trump would have said
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Trump would've. So Trump will almost win without even being there.
Exactly.
The best part about it is at some point the moderator has to go, and I'm not even saying this to be funny. At some point the moderator has to go, there is a gentleman who has 6 indictments against him who chose not to be here tonight, who's leading all of you as a front runner. He's light years ahead of like DeSantis. He ruined you. Christie, you're his bitch. They're just going to go down the line. And I don't know. You know what? Ramaswamy's going to come out of this looking like the
Ramaswamy's going to come
fresh
out good.
flower.
Yeah.
The British neonatal nurse who was accused of killing 7 babies and trying to kill 6 more
I would have taken him.
was found guilty on Friday, making her officially one of the worst contemporary serial killers in the country's history. Lucy Letby, who is 33 years old, was found guilty of the deaths of 5 infant boys and 2 girls between 2015 and 2016 at the Countess of Chester Hospital.
That's so crazy.
Why?
She's
Because
nuts.
people have mental problems. There's a lot of, they have that, what is it, Nightingale syndrome or whatever, where
Yeah.
people are, I saw one where a lady was putting bleach in people's IVs.
Yeah.
Like
Munchausen.
injecting-
And you have those Munchausen mothers who
Right.
are poisoning their own kids, which was really first time you ever saw a visual of that was in I See Dead People. What is that movie?
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, where the mother was poisoning the kid,
yeah.
and she was doing it, and the kid knew about it, and it was just that was hard
they
to
had
watch.
that whole because it really happened, and then they made a movie about it, that Gypsy Rose girl, where the mother was taking her to the doctor all the time, and they had all this different stuff, and she shaved her head and made her go in a wheelchair and doing all this different stuff, and then she finally got on the internet and met a guy, and he came over, and they're like, oh, we should probably kill my mom,
So crazy. What's even crazier to me is you read a story like this once every quarter almost of a nurse that's working in a hospital they just catch murdering patients. There's no way to stop it. But
Unfortunately, it's the same thing of pedophiles work with kids. A lot of times they'll work in schools, or there'll be a coach or doing whatever because they're in where they need to be to satisfy their crazy cravings and stuff. It's the same with nurses or whoever that are doing that and killing patients.
I used to say that about my mother all the time, but my mother was a nurse, and I used to go, my mother, she's definitely killing people. And then my mother was like, you've got to stop saying this stuff. I'm a real nurse in this area. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. Sorry.
So, Mike, you have 2 dogs now, and you like to take them around. Do you take them in places? Like, do you go and eat and have them at the table, or do you go?
I took Mabel one time to the crab place in Wiregrass because you could bring dogs outside.
Yeah.
But her bark is so deep that she gets nervous, so it just ends up being her barking the whole time, so we don't do that anymore.
Gio, you have one that you can put in the little purse and carry around?
No, he won't fit in there, but we don't take him anywhere. I mean, a couple times we took him out to like a restaurant that was outside.
I take my dogs a lot of places. I do not take them to restaurants or any in places, whatever. Like, even, you can go into like PetSmart or whatever it is and let the dog pick out its own toy or do whatever. But if you're taking Carmin, what about you? You have 2 dogs. You take them a lot of different places.
Yeah. All right.
I like to take them to the trails and walk around. And
right, but I'm talking
like
actual around to other people where
like
you
one of
go
those
to,
St. Pete dog bars or one of those.
or restaurants or anything like that. Have you done that or no?
No, and it kind of sucks because neither one of our dogs are fixed. So we have to be very cautious of them being around other girl dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that I am a person that goes to Publix a lot because I have a Publix near me, and I would rather just swing by there than keep stuff in my refrigerator. Well, Publix customers may have noticed a new sign reminding them to keep their pets at home if they want to shop. In recent days, Publix stores have had signs at the entrance saying that pets are not allowed to enter, including emotional support animals. So emotional support.
Right, not
service animals.
Dogs,
Service animals are, of course, allowed, but the store asks that people keep them away from carts or baskets for sanitation reasons. The animals must be under the control of the handlers. I can tell you, as many times as I've been in Publix, I think maybe one time I saw a service dog. But otherwise, you don't go over to a service dog and pet it. But like if somebody has a dog, I'm petting it.
That's the thing. I don't think I really care, but a lot of times I always go, so you can just bring your dogs anyway. I've seen people walking dogs, not just holding them, walking them in the mall. And I go, so I don't care, but I'm always like, so that's it. You can just bring your dog wherever you want.
Well, if they're the emotional support and you have the paperwork and stuff, a lot of times they'll be like, hey, I don't want to get into a whole lawsuit here, so just go ahead. And if it's behaving itself,
that's the thing. As long as they're behaving themselves or not pooping anywhere, but taking it into a food place is different.
Yeah.
Especially when they have food in the sections that are open and like the fruit and vegetables and stuff.
You'll see a lot of times where they'll have service dogs that are in training where they'll bring them into the airport because there's a lot of people around and that type of stuff.
There was a guy, I was at the Publix over by USF, and the guy just walked in with his dog, not even on a leash. The dog was just walking around the Publix, and the manager's like, "Sir, you can't just bring him in here." He's like, "No, I can do that." And the dog just following him around the store.
He just kept going.
Yeah, he kept going. He's like, "Sir," he's like, he has to be on a leash. You got to get him out of here."
How was the dog though? Is he right there with him? Like,
he was kind of like drifting off a little bit, but for the most part, the guy would like call the dog's name. The dog would run back up and like stay by him. But the manager's like following him all around the store. He's like, "Sir, you can't do this. You got to at least have him on a leash."
That's so fun. I would have been like, go to aisle 3, get a leash, and just walk the dog.
I'll be real quick. I'm coming in and out. I'm like, jeez.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I certainly wouldn't do that if they were telling me no.
Yeah,
leave in the car with the air conditioning on if you're just going to be 5 minutes.
The patience that the manager had with that guy was amazing to me.
Yeah, don't be a dick to him and stuff. But also, yeah, you really shouldn't be bringing animals, just regular animals in there. You know, this is my emotional support pony.
It was like this little Chihuahua dog.
Who was I with? What was it with you guys? I don't know. I was sitting somewhere and a guy was crossing the street, and I thought he had a. Oh no, I was with Dino. I was with a guy. We were in the Starbucks drive-thru, and a guy came walking across the street, and I go, "Does that guy have a animal on his shoulder?" And Dino goes, "I think it's a squirrel." And he came closer, and I'm like, and it looked like one of those bat things. And then when he got closer, we realized it was a ponytail, and it was Joe Redner. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense."
All right.
Yeah, it was right across the street from Monza. It was Joe Redner.
Anybody have any plans to fly soon? Flying anywhere?
I do.
Yeah.
Austin,
man.
Texas.
Well, hopefully you don't get this guy. A 63-year-old United Airlines pilot is facing charges after taking an axe to a wooden parking arm in an employee lot at the Denver airport this month. There's some video of him just, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
He said he was having a bad day, lost control, just went over. I told you to start it at 8 seconds, but if you want to
Hey,
play the whole
just
thing.
cut it down.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just started wailing on it.
Yeah. I mean, why not? You know.
By the way, not a very tough guy. Like,
No.
how many swings does it take,
Yeah.
buddy?
Okay.
This seems like he took the first couple swings thinking it was going to break all the way, and then when it didn't, he's like, I guess
Yeah.
I'm in it now.
I like while he's sitting, it just pops up.
Did I
But
ever
there's-
tell you this?
real quick, there's a few things. One, you're a pilot, so
Yeah,
people
yeah.
depend on you to be, I don't know, calm and
Stable.
be able to, handle situations. Two, you have to know that there's cameras there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And what are you riding around with an axe in your
Oh,
car?
I got an axe in my car. Yeah, I got everything. When I first started driving, like I drive a Stingray Chevrolet, and first I had the Traverse, and I loved it. It's like a little car, but it's fast, and I loved it. Then they were like, try that Tahoe, and I'm like, I love the Tahoe. Then they gave me the Silverado, but like the big maxed out version Silverado, and it was a little intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, because it was longer and higher, and I had to get used to driving it. You know, I might have clipped the mirror once or twice. So I came out of the airport right here in Tampa, and I paid my ticket. I put my ticket in, and I have the Sun Pass thing, and I'm signed up for it and all that. And then I went to go, and I didn't realize the arm didn't lift up, and I went, and I go, oh God, and I got out of the car and I looked, and the car was fine. And the wood just laid on the floor. And this girl stuck her head out the window and she goes, ooh. And I go, what do I do? And she goes, just go. And I went, just go? And she goes, yeah. And I went, see ya. You don't ask twice. I just looked
Do
later.
you work here?
Yeah, she was in the booth.
Oh,
She
no.
goes, just go. I went,
It must happen all
okay.
the time then.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I just barely touched it and it
Yeah.
just snapped off. So they must make it
They're
like wood.
designed to fall off.
Yeah.
maybe.
It's
So that
like a breakaway rim.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
it was so funny. She went, ooh. I went, oh boy.
I would have panicked and like, this is it. I'm going to jail now.
You know how I dread having to make that call to Steve Curley again and be like, hey, unfortunate
Yeah,
event.
By the way, speaking of making noises, I was out Sunday on the trail, and there was an area that was like kind of marshy and water there.
I saw the
So
picture.
I had to go on the side of it. So I was watching my footing there and doing that, and then I got to the end, and I just kind of jumped over right next to my foot, about a 4-foot long black snake.
Ooh.
And I, no lie, jumped. It went, and I went, whoa! And just jumped up and did like a high step, and like I was scoring a touchdown. And I just went, woo! Middle of the woods, nobody else around, at least as far as I know. Somebody probably heard it from a mile away. Woo! Ric Flair out in the middle of the
Yeah.
woods. Yeah, but I was like, ooh, my heart rate is up now.
No way.
That's
Oh
so
man,
funny.
it freaked me out. Which everyone's like, oh, it's probably just the blood. Okay, but when you step next to it,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
shocking.
snake.
It's a cobra.
snake.
People in Florida who just walk over to a snake and pick it up by the back.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that go, that's a man.
Oh.
I don't have any of that in me.
No.
I'm really not. I'm the biggest non-man man.
Uh,
I'm afraid of roller coasters, snakes. I don't like any of that
But
stuff.
if you're doing that, then you have to explain to the doctor who's like, you're 10 minutes away from dying. Hopefully we get the antidote in time. And you're like, I just wanted to pick it up.
I'll
to
be
show.
honest with you. I don't believe that there's, I'm smart enough to not touch a snake that's deadly, but it's never about getting bit and dying. It's always about getting bit or worse, that thing going in my mouth
Yeah.
or my butt. I don't want it anywhere near me.
I don't want to die.
A journalist found an escaped prison inmate while reporting on the same escaped prison inmate. He was in a parking garage editing a segment of a story that he just did, and saw the inmate outside his news van, and he was like, "Hey, there's the guy. I'm doing a story. Hey, that's him."
That's like that thing. He looks like him. No, it's him.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
actually
him.
Yeah.
I have video, and then he's also right there.
By the way, what a C blocker. Let him go.
Let him go. Yeah, right.
Well, it depends on what he did. He's got them murdering babies, though. You know.
That's true.
A man in California was arrested after he accidentally texted a police officer and told them he was about to pull a gun on some people. It's unclear who he thought he was texting. Like, hey, Frank, I'm going to pull my gun on some people. Nobody was hurt, but the guy did get
What a
arrested.
nut job.
Yesterday, I got a phone call. Usually, when I get those spam phone calls, it'll say spam, and it'll be from a phone number that's similar to mine. You know, this one was from a 269 area code, and I answered the phone. I go, "Hello," nothing happened. Then it hung up, and I went, "All right." 5 seconds later, same number calls back. I go, "Hello," and the guy goes, "Hi, my name is whatever. I'm from BRI, and I was just about to hang up." And he goes, "We're just doing a survey, and we'd like to talk to you about a possible Major League Baseball stadium being built in the Tampa Bay area." And I went, "Oh," and they're like, "Do you have a couple of seconds for some questions?" I said, "Sure," because I that's something that the citizens of Tampa would want to weigh in on. And I was like, "Sure," and I thought I'm going to tell them how I really feel and see if there should be a stadium in Tampa. And the guy goes, "Okay, great." He goes, "Take a couple of minutes." He goes, "I'm going to start out with a couple of political questions first, and we'll get to the stadium." And I went, "Poop," hung up on him. I was like, not getting me, buddy.
Nope.
It's not what you said. That wasn't our agreement. And you try to switch it up with political questions.
The first question is, what was the name of the street you lived on when you were younger?
Your mother's maiden name.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Now, if I was to guess your social security number, would I be right? But no.
Because if he would have called up and said, "I have a couple of questions of the upcoming election or debate," I would have been like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I refuse to give money to any political party anymore because I donated money to both parties at one point, and now they incessantly call my phone, and I refuse to give money to anybody. Yeah,
I saw, I think it was on Twitter the other day, or X, and it was somebody who said, "I'm bored, let's play a game, list your things," whatever, and it said mother's maiden name, social security number, whatever, they said, banking, routing number, whatever. Just respond. Respond with that stuff. People are upset about a school in Louisiana that is going to a 4-day week instead of 5 days. The school is. Parents are worried that the kids aren't getting are worried about the kids getting enough education, but the school says they needed to try it to attract and retain teachers. So they're trying to get teachers in there and say, "Listen, we're going to go to 4 days."
Yeah. Better 4 days, or let them start every day at 10 o'clock.
I got to be honest with you. I think both. And don't have homework.
Yeah.
Listen, if
you need homework,
I don't know.
You need a little bit of homework to be able to finish it and have that, responsibility.
You can't learn something once and not practice it without really learning it. Like especially math, if they give you 2 + 2 and you're like, "All right, I get it 4," well, then somebody says 3 + 2 and you're like, "Well, I don't know." You got to make sure you know what you're doing. But yes, a little bit.
And I think the big thing with homework is really just showing responsibility. You're finishing the homework, you're doing it and stuff. But yeah, they give too much homework and they do all that stuff. Really, the problem is,
did Oliver get a lot of homework? Because Joey never seems to have homework, and Juliana's done in a half hour.
So in high school, he did all his homework in school.
He's smart. Yeah.
But in junior high, he had so much homework that I go, this can't be real. Like, this has to be the entire week's worth of homework one night. It was crazy how much homework he had.
No, I think my kid's school has been great all through the years for both kids. I don't trust Joey, so I don't know. Joey, for some reason, never had homework, never has homework now. And the messed up thing, and Gio will tell you, they'll send you Joey's grades, or you can go look it up.
Right, yeah.
And he'll have an A, a B, 2 C's, and a D. And I'll go, "Joey, do you have 2 C's and a D?" And he'll go, "No, that's not right." And I'm like, "What do you mean it's not right?" I'm looking on. Well, I turn in like 4 assignments after that, and they haven't updated it. And I go, "You're a lie." And then he's right. Then they all turn into B's, and I go, "Okay, my bad."
Because they constantly update in real time, it seems. So like my son, same thing. He'll have like a D or an F. I'm like, "Dude, what is going on?"
Right,
and he's like, "Oh, I've got 4 assignments I got to turn in." And then sure enough, every time He said that. I believe him.
That's what I said.
And it's always come up.
The day he's lying is the last day I believe him, but he's been right. I mean, don't get me wrong. He pulls it from a strong D to a C+. But
I
still.
guess if the teachers don't put the grades in like all the time and they wait to the end is when it fluctuates.
Which is their prerogative. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I just it gets confusing to me because I can't keep tabs on what the kids are doing, and I can't tell if they're lying if it doesn't match up with what the teachers have. But my kids' teachers have been great, and in grade school, which really all that stuff is formulated and learned. I don't believe that you should pile them on with homework, but you definitely have to make sure that they're learning what you taught them. You can't just go, here it is, now you have it, and you have to follow through.
You know what my son got screwed out of was a trip to Italy. Their senior trip was going to be to Italy.
COVID?
Yeah, and then COVID. And I had paid for it already. And they're like, we're holding off, we're waiting. And I go, it's not going to happen. They're like, what's it? I go, it is not going to happen. I go, this is shut down. We are not going anywhere for a long time. They kept on arguing with me. And I go, cool. Send me my money back, and then if you do it, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah.
But you have my money, and I would like it back now.
Yeah, dude. There's so many things. I think of all the things that got ruined for those kids that were seniors. They didn't get a prom. They didn't get, the athletes.
We had to do drive-through graduation.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah,
we
it was
did
wild.
that for Joey, but or Juliana, but she was graduating like one grade to the other, so nobody cared.
Sticking with parenting and all that stuff, in a new poll, 43% of parents say they have no idea how people raise kids before everyone had a smartphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how you used to do it?
Beat ass.
Yeah.
Ask your parents.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, for real, though, that was like the situation. But now you can kind of look stuff up and do everything. But there's situations that happen all the time. You're freaking out because it's your first kid, but your parents who had 4 kids, 5 kids, whatever, they're like, yeah, this happens. Here's what you do.
I remember my mother saying things to me like, I want to go to bed, and you're not going to be home till 2 o'clock in the morning. I go, what's stopping you from going to bed? Go to bed.
Yeah.
But now when Joey's like, I'll be home at 1, and I have to sit there and stare at the TV till 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I get it now. The other thing is that my parents didn't have is Life 360. That's the app where the kids have it on the phone, you have it on your phone. We know when he leaves the house, where he's at. And I don't try to be too invasive. It's just in an emergency situation. Because he said to me the other day, he's like, at like midnight, he's like, can I go over to this girl's house? I go, it's midnight. I know what they're going to do. And I go, where does she live? He goes, like in Carrollwood. And I go, like in Carrollwood where? And he's like, why? Are you going to come over? I go, no, but if you're missing and the cops come over and they go, where is he? I go, I don't know. He's like in Carrollwood.
Yeah.
What kind of parent am I?
I've got that too. I can't imagine not having that Life 360. 'Cause
No.
I'm not like following my
No,
son's
you're
every
just
move.
paranoid.
I just like to know that wherever he's going, that he got there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that like if you don't hear from him for a while, he's not responding. Instead of wondering where he's at, you know exactly where he's at.
I can't imagine now that my son drives being a parent not having that. I'm just
Well, I love when Tesla tells me he's going too fast.
Yeah.
And have a current picture, too.
Yeah.
That's always another thing.
We went out Saturday and I let him drive in his car. And he's been driving forever, so he's a good driver, but he does the slow roll through a stop sign. And I said to him, listen to me. And he goes, I go, listen to me. I'm going to say this once. You drive fine. I do the same thing. But I go, the minute you slow roll through a stop sign and hit a little kid, you go to jail for the rest of your life. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I just tell my son, like, I'm not paying. If you get a ticket, I'm not paying it. I go, it's
Listen,
100%
fine.
going to be you.
One of my biggest fears ever is that idiot hits somebody and does something,
Yeah.
has to go to jail. I would have to. I don't know if I could live every day knowing that he's in jail.
That'd be
Like that
tough.
would ruin everything.
Checking the Life 360. Yep, still there.
It'll even like it notify me that it's when he's like speeding. I'm like, hey
Yeah.
man, a little too fast down Collier Parkway.
He drove us to Hooters, all 4 of us. Joey did, me, Mike, and John. We're in the car, and Mike's in the back seat, and he's going 60 on the highway. And Mike leaves forward. He goes, "You're going a little fast."
Yeah.
And then he sees, "Oh, you're only going 60. All right, that's fine."
Doesn't it
And
feel
he-
like
It feels
and he
you're
like
going
leans back.
1,000 miles an hour? When
Yeah.
you're,
First time your son drove the car, better driver than Spanish. I guarantee it.
100%. 100%.
No way.
Yeah.
The worst.
No way,
No,
man.
100%.
He, he's all over the sprinklers. It's crazy out there.
Can I just say something? Is and the reason why I feel very comfortable with him and why he's such a good driver is because he's been driving since he's 13. We have the Target that closed down near us years ago, and the parking lot was empty. And I would take Joey there a couple of nights a week on that because you want to make sure he knows how to drive. and he knew how to drive by the time he was like 15 years old. He was a good driver.
That's why I could drive immediately, because I rode motorcycles growing up and snowmobiles and everything else. So once I get into a car, it was just another thing. Plus, I had 3 older brothers that would let me drive when I was like 10.
Right.
And they're like, burn out, do a neutral drop. Yeah.
Joey would go, Dad, can I go drive? No. But there were kids that live here and there, and he goes, can I just go to Chad's house? He lives around the corner. I'm like, all right, go ahead. Then it got to, Joey, go to Starbucks, get me a coffee, and then come right back.
Filling up on free bread at restaurants might not be the best call. It's actually a tactic that restaurants use to make us order more. They say simple carbs spike your blood sugar, which makes you feel hungrier short term. That's why they like to offer it before you order.
Genius.
I thought it was just because you're so hungry when you get there. Like, give me something to eat while I'm ordering.
Carmen, what was the thing we were talking about the other day? Would you like a block of cheese? No, thank you. What if we cut it up into 15 different chunks and then deep fried it? Yes, thank you. Or the tortillas. Would you like 15 tortillas? No. What if we cut it up in triangles and served it with salsa?
And fried him.
Yeah.
One of the most consistent restaurants in this area is, we went there on Saturday, it was Fleming's. Fleming's is always, Fleming's came out, it opened up, it was great. Then it took a little dip off. I'm talking 10 years ago. It took a little dip off, and other restaurants opened up, and then I went back to Fleming's, and Jorge Diaz is there, and that place is running fantastic. Food is great. You don't have to spend 8 hours eating there. That's the worst. I get it. People are going out for a dining experience. Some of us just want to eat and go home.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be 8 hours. In and out, it was a good time.
When you have a good waiter, they usually can do that. They'll kind of assess the situation. And do we want to put in any appetizers? You want me to wait on this? Because a lot of times they'll be like, all right, here's your food. Go. Yeah. But if you're with your family or with a group and you're like, we want to hang out and talk, okay, it was slow and we put this in and I'll hold those off, whatever. But otherwise it's like either too long or too fast.
Or you get the waiter that gets upset at you for ordering too many sides when you're on your Valentine's Day.
That still blows my mind.
Yeah.
Think you've had enough, sir.
Yeah. What?
That I don't even know.
I'm gonna take it home.
I would have taken my pants off and said, I'm staying for a long time. There's a new survey on the most frustrating parts of summer. What is the most frustrating thing when it comes to summertime?
When Spanish sleeps till 2:40 in the afternoon.
Not losing all my winter weight.
Well, that's not in here. I have the top 10 of the things that annoy us the most about summer. What do you think it is?
The heat?
Excessive heat comes in at number 3.
Yeah. Oh, number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Is excessive humidity a part of that?
Humidity and stickiness is number 4.
Yeah.
The rain, thunderstorms.
Rain and thunderstorms is not in here. No. What else do you have?
No football.
No football now in there. I can tell you the lack of shade outside. Excessive air conditioning.
Yeah.
I love that.
Which, of course, turns into higher utility bills, so that should be kind of together, but it's not.
You know what I find to be most annoying about summer is
You.
everybody always complains about the heat. You can't escape it. No matter who you run into, they're always like, oh, hot outside, huh?
Yeah.
I tried so hard not to bring it up on the air, but I can't talk.
really
It's
is,
so hot outside.
As if Florida has never been hot before.
Yeah.
But it's really hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
People say it every year.
I remember there was a time where Pete and I couldn't go out on a Saturday night, like to a place like an Ybor or something, because it was so gross.
Yeah.
You would feel gross in an hour, you'd be sweating. And then there were a couple of years after that where it was hot, but it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is in February, people are going to go, "It's not normally this cold."
Yeah.
It's way colder than it normally is.
Did your son also wear a hoodie
Yo,
all the time?
My daughter does all the time.
What is that all about?
Yeah,
It's where I went to the high school football game on Friday, and all the kids were wearing hoodies. I'm sweating my ass off in the fans, and they're all wearing hoodies.
Maybe they learned something like the Mexicans, where they wear long sleeve and it keeps like the Mexican guys keep the sweat inside the shirt and it cools off.
But that's you got to wear cotton to do that.
Well, whatever they're doing. I mean, you see the guy outside working, and you're like, "What's this guy wearing long sleeves for?" And then you realize he knows what he's doing.
Well, the creepy wizard wears a hoodie every day.
He's inside all the time.
I've seen him outside in the summertime.
What Charlie at the world biggest waffle today? Wonder Waffle. I don't know what that is. We need to figure that out.
Oh, I think that place is in Carrollwood.
The waffle place?
Yeah, I pass it all the time. I think I should go there.
Pap, go get us some waffles.
All right.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff that annoys us during the summertime: sunburns.
Oh, yeah.
Increased number of people in your area because if you live in the kind of touristy place, whatever. Number 2 is sweating. Number 1, most annoying, they say, in the summertime is what? Number one, most annoying.
The music from the ice cream
Over-sweating?
truck.
The
No.
bugs.
Carmen,
Ooh.
mosquitoes.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
Number one. Mosquitoes is
So
number
true.
one.
Yeah.
I hate mosquitoes so much. You know why I hate them? Because they sneak up on you. Because all of a sudden you feel it, then you smack it, and there's that big
Too
thing
late.
button. Like, you son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Now
Yeah.
we got mosquitoes and they got dengue fever and malaria.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
panic.
Oh, no.
I'm worried less about dengue fever than I am about having to itch that spot on my leg for a half hour. The mosquitoes are gross, and it's like Galvin said, you don't just want to kill him, you want to kill his whole
Yeah.
family. You want to
Yeah.
go to the nest, and you want to
100%.
talk crap
Like,
to
even
them.
whenever I smack them and kill them, I'm like, oh, I wish I could have tortured
Yes, yeah. And it never seems like any of the stuff that they try to sell you that gets rid of mosquitoes ever really works.
No.
Yeah.
No
The
matter
only
those
thing,
lights that you have set up and
do you know Avon? Do you know what Avon is?
Yes.
It's like a catalog. I don't know how to. It's like a catalog thing where women would buy makeup and
Skin So
sell it.
Soft,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Skin So Soft was this liquid stuff that they had that you put on. That I used to go to camp in the woods in the Adirondack Mountains, and every year we'd get killed. And then one day the Skin So Soft came out, and we were all fine.
Really?
Yeah, that stuff worked better than anything else. We probably all are going to get cancer and die by the time we're 60, but it was the only thing that ever kept bugs away from us, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, nobody ever thought, oh, this is killing bugs. What's it doing to us?
Yeah.
know,
The
yeah.
DEET and all that stuff in there, yeah. Despite being known as the golden boy of Scientology for literally decades now, new reports indicate that Tom Cruise's relationship with the controversial church may not be what people think it is in 2023.
Just when I was moving into the neighborhood.
According to the Mirror, the Mission Impossible star may have reportedly stopped visiting the UK Scientology headquarters, despite being in the UK for around 3 years while filming his latest movie. While the Oscar-nominated actor has yet to comment on these allegations, many are convinced that his actions speak louder than his words.
Listen to me.
Oh, man.
I don't know, and I have no idea. And all I know is I want Tom Cruise to live in Clearwater. And if he leaves and starts his own religion, 100% in.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
100% in the Church of Tom. All the time. Tom
Church
Brady,
of
Tom
Tom.
Cruise. All you do is worship
Tom
Thomas.
Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even the guy who played Biff's named Tom. All the Toms.
Tom Wilson?
Tom Wilson, yeah. All the time.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. Oh, Loki.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Jones. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not unusual to be worshiping all the Toms.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
great Toms.
Yeah.
Right?
They really
Tom
are.
Calta.
Yeah.
I'm in. 100%.
Tom the Tree Man.
Tom the Tree Man. Worshiping.
The Blue Beetle knocked Barbie off the top spot.
No way.
At box office, with $25.4 million opening weekend. But Barbie's been out for a long time. It's already made
Yeah.
over $1 billion. So
Barbie's the
something new in
biggest
there.
grossing movie for
Warner
Warner Brothers
Brothers
of all time.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Well, Blue Beetle knocked it off.
I read the reviews. People were saying it was pretty good.
I watched it this weekend.
I believe
Oh, you
George.
went?
I
did.
believe George Lopez said, "You're the Blue Beetle."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be one of those things that I'll watch when it's
Yeah.
on whatever it's on, but I'm not going to
It was
the movie
actually
to see
pretty
it.
good.
You went to
You
the
went to go
theater?
see it?
Yeah.
You in the pants?
I did.
Wow.
Yep.
Out of all them, have you seen Oppenheimer?
No.
And you went to go see Blue Beetle first?
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
No, not Blue Beetle. I'm talking about Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense. You and Sugar Pants went to
Right.
that. Okay.
Mhm.
No, I would see that.
And you enjoyed it.
I did actually. It was
Everybody I
actually a
know
pretty
saw
good
it,
story.
liked it. Yeah, everybody I know that saw it thought
I
it was
thought
cute.
it was going to be like overly woke and girl
Yeah.
powery, but it was really actually pretty good.
They had like one moment
Yeah.
that was a little like eye roll, but other than that, it
Yeah.
was cute and it was funny. There
I know
was
the
like
moment you're talking about.
yeah.
I mean,
If-
Margot Robbie's
I would
gorgeous.
say if Margot Robbie did it, I don't
No.
care what she says.
No,
No,
it was
a s-
American.
Yeah, it was a speech.
It
Yeah.
was Americo Vespucci.
Spoiler.
Ferrara. Yeah, she does it. As a woman, you're supposed to be pretty, but not too pretty.
Let-
You
lesbian.
gotta be strong,
It's
not
really
too
hard.
strong.
Were there any fat girls in Barbie Land? 'Cause
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
not seen
There was
the
one
Were
fat
there?
girl. They had one fat girl.
Did you remember the big controversy in Barbie when I was a kid or when I was like probably a teenager was they had a Barbie that talked when you pulled the string and you pull the string and Barbie goes, math is hard. People lost their
remember that,
mind. And I was like, she's right. I don't understand why everybody's mad. Math is hard.
I remember Norm Macdonald on Weekend Update said that they measured Barbie and how it would be an actual human. She would be over 8 feet tall and weigh this much, and her breasts would be this big. And he goes, "So there you go, ladies. There's what you're supposed to do."
Yeah, get on it.
Yeah. Make that happen. Even though he ditched Henry Cavill for a younger stud, James Gunn says he is not making a young Superman movie.
But it's a.
No.
I'm so confused. That's what they said.
No,
They said that
He
the
says he's
reason
not.
why is because it was a more of like when he was a younger Superman.
maybe they're just telling Henry that.
The girl that played Supergirl in the Flash movie,
Yeah.
I'd watch a whole movie with her.
She was great.
She was fantastic.
So hot.
Yeah.
The Superman that they have now that they picked over Henry Cavill looks like Henry Cavill as a younger version. Like he looks just like him. I don't mind that they shake it up every once in a while, but let's have some consistency.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we've had 4 or 5 Batmans. We've had 3 Spider-Mans.
But in the Batman situation, it was different genres of Batman. Like
Yeah.
there was the Nolan Batman, which was Christian Bale. There was the cartoon Batman with Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. Then there was the hey, we're going to try and continue the Christian Bale thing with Ben Affleck, who I also thought was good. And then they were like the entirely new The Batman, which was different from all of them.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that they had different actors for that. With Superman, they keep picking guys that kind of look a little bit like Christopher Reeve, and then finally they were like, no, we need a bigger, stronger Superman. And they get Henry Cavill, and we all like Henry Cavill, and they're like, oh, he's out now. I don't understand. It's just such a weird thing.
Just when we like him, they take him away.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron says that she has not had a facelift, despite a recent rumor that started because of how she looks on a recent Dior photo shoot. We have a picture. Charlize says, quote, "Bitch, I'm just aging." She says, it doesn't mean I got bad plastic surgery. This is just what happens.
Nah. She's got pulled back Joan Rivers Joker face.
Yeah, but also the position that her mouth is in. She's turned sideways, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think she would tell you. The funny ones to me are when the Kardashians are like, "No, I didn't have it."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
You almost went from like a man to a woman. How are you supposed to? Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you want to lie about getting shots or whatever, or doing your lips, and that's fine. We all know. We talk behind your back, but
That's funny because Post Malone said he lost, 50 or 60 pounds just by cutting soda out?
Yeah.
Do you think that?
No.
No, he's on the Ozempic.
You think he's doing that? I mean, I know you can, obviously, and if he was drinking a lot, you know.
he seems like somebody who would drink a lot of soda.
Right, like he's just Mountain Dewing it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, something like
Code
that.
red, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've seen that before where women are like, my husband quit soda and lost 30 pounds. I've been working out for the last 2 years and dropped 2 pounds.
I don't drink soda. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Did you see the Kid Rock thing? Do you have that?
I did see it. No, but if you want to.
Kid Rock was spotted on Friday drinking a Bud Light, which I think is hilarious. But I think this is why I want to explain this, is because Kid Rock drinking a Bud Light, this was not the first time that he had one since all this went down. In fact, I pointed out a couple weeks ago that his restaurant in Nashville and his bar still serves Bud Light and Bud Light products. He is just a pawn in this game, and everybody fell for it, and everybody picked one side or the other and made a big deal out of something that didn't even need to be a big deal.
That's right.
People that are shocked by that, I'm like, how are you shocked by that?
Wait,
Like, how
why?
are
About
you-
the Kid Rock thing?
That he's drinking. That
I
he's
was
drinking
shocked
Bud Light.
because he seems like that. I'm going to shoot it up with a machine gun, and I'm never drinking that stuff again. Just like when the Colin Kaepernick thing happened, people were like, I'm never wearing Nike, and I'm never doing this. And some people stick to that stuff. You would think that the guy who got the most exposure for it would
Yeah.
at least not be seen doing
But
it.
also, you know, what Kid Rock did a little while ago. He shot up the Bud Lights and stuff, and then he did his thing and went on for a little while, and then he was like, you know what? Give me a Bud Light. They'll get a picture of me, and I'll be back, and everybody will be
Right,
talking
but
about
people
me
need
again.
to understand that. Like
Yeah.
that Kid Rock wasn't that mad about the Dylan Mulvaney thing. He did that for him.
Yeah.
And people bought it, and you fall for it. That's why when I spend so much time talking to everybody, it's like, oh, that's because they're a sponsor. Yeah, I don't. Yes, but I would tell you right now, if it was Miller or if it was Modelo or whatever it was, I would be like, what do you care? It's the same situation. Kid Rock took advantage of you, and you fell for it.
Yeah, and the thing that blows my mind is like whenever people are like, we hate Eminem or we hate Marilyn Manson, we're gonna buy a bunch of his CDs and burn them and roll over it with a steamroller and stuff. And it's like, yeah, whether you play it or smash it, you're still buying it.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Kid Rock's music like shoot up in all the streaming
sure.
platforms
Yeah.
when the Bud Light stuff came up?
Oh, how great is it if he comes out in a couple of weeks and is like, yeah, I had some time to reflect. And I think that, then the other side starts
man.
buying Kid Rock music,
Yeah.
and he played everybody.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Let It Be is it's a nice song, and
Yeah.
it really is applicable to everything in life today. Just leave it alone. Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it go.
Dolly Parton's getting a lot of run lately, it seems
I
like.
know.
Well, she put out the new album.
Yeah.
She did the.
She's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And,
Oh, she deserves it. It just seems like it's a lot of Dolly everywhere.
Everybody's like, you realize we're gonna lose a national treasure.
Yeah.
Like Willie Nelson's gonna die, Dolly Parton's gonna die, and we look back. What do we have? Post Malone and Lil Yachty. You know what I mean?
Sayonara era of music that we'll
Right.
never get again.
Yep.
Dolly Parton, how old?
1004.
76.
76,
78.
1004, 78,
84.
84. Carmen?
79.
77.
Yeah.
77.
I mean, she's got time. She's not on her
Oh,
deathbed,
no, it's
but
over.
I
You
thought
know.
she was in her 80s for sure.
Her boobs, 25.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
25.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
you know
Keep
what's
in
really
mind.
weird about her? Not the boobs, is that she wears wigs all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
she looks great in them, but what does her head look like without
I don't
the
want to
wig?
know.
Talk
It's
about
the
Joker
column.
mouth, man.
Yeah.
She has got
It's
Joker
hot, though. It's
mouth.
hot Joker
But
mouth.
yeah, it's good because she's got nice teeth. She
I'd
got,
pay for sex with Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Or somebody that looks kind of close like
Do you
her.
remember Johnny Carson?
No, I wouldn't pay for sex with Johnny Carson.
Do you remember him having her on there?
Yeah.
And they, were making like joking a little bit around about her breast and not actually saying it. And then Johnny Carson said something. He goes, "You don't have to talk about it or tell me whatever." He goes, "But I would give my year's paycheck to get a peek under that."
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? 'Cause she never appeared slutty.
Yeah.
You know, so it
She's
was
a
always
Southern
like,
belle.
Well,
yeah.
Also, she's married to the same guy for like 50
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she supposedly was like banging Stallone when they were
Oh,
making that
really?
movie. Yeah, but and Kenny Rogers. But Kenny Rogers told us no.
Yeah.
He said no. He said he felt like if they did have some sort of relationship, it would ruin everything
Yeah.
that they did together. I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there
we
are so
know.
many women that I'd be willing to ruin a relationship over one night with.
Yeah, Islands in the Stream, very dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is what we are.
Finally, in news, speaking of singers and all that stuff, Billboard put out their 50 greatest rock singers of all time. Okay? So
Do we want to do this when we come back?
we can.
Let's
we
do
can
that.
take a
'Cause I
break.
got to think about it. Don't Google it.
Yeah, don't Google it. So it's the 10. Well, I have the top 10 here, but it's the 50 greatest rock lead singers of all
I
time.
feel like it's going to make us mad, but don't say anything. We'll talk about it when we come back.
I'm going to give you a little caveat to it is don't think just voice. I think you're
So not greatest singers.
Persona?
Like best frontman?
that's what
Frontman.
that's what it should be,
Okay,
I think,
all right,
but they
that's
say
better.
10 greatest rock lead singers of all time.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that right when we come back. Galvin, thank you for
Got it.
news. A lot of things happening that we still have to get to, but we'll hit that when we come back. I want to tell everybody about Shark Coast Tactical. You know Shark Coast Tactical, Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
The place you don't come with me.
I know. I'm sorry.
Two.
but I'm glad you come over after you go to Shark Coast. It's always great seeing you after Shark Coast.
Let me tell you, because I bring you gifts. Do you
It's
like
nice.
the gun that I
I
bought
do.
you?
I can't wait to shoot it. I'm very excited.
All right, well, don't bring it here.
Okay, sorry.
Keep it away from
All
me.
right.
Shark Coast Tactical has got Ruger Day coming up, and it's happening on Saturday, September 2nd. I love that they do these days. Every time they do, it's packed, but that's because they got reps on hand. People come in there and get great deals. Shark Coast will be hosting the crew from Ruger at the shop to meet and talk about some of the most amazing firearms in the market today. Ruger makes the Marlin SBL lever gun, made famous in Jurassic Park, and they're hard as hell to find, but they got at least 20 of them in there for Ruger Day. So if you're looking to get one and you don't want to get raped on the price, make sure you go over there to Ruger Day happening at Shark Coast Tactical. It is the hardest gun to find if you can Google it and see right now. Don't miss Ruger Day, Saturday, September 2nd. There'll be tons of prizes. They always have prizes. In fact, they'll tell you if you walk in and you didn't take a ticket, they'll find you and give you one. They tried to give me a ticket on Saturday. I was like, I don't want it. They got killer giveaways, special offers, reps on site. Plus, you can come in and check out Will and hang out with him. And thank Will for his continued support of this show. We appreciate him. If you're a Ruger owner or you want to become one, you don't want to miss it. Saturday, September 2nd, only at Shark Coast Tactical. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily. Closed on Sunday. Open online 24/7. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. It is so easy to find. Get in there and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the top 10 greatest singers of all time, as according to who?
According to Billboard.
Oh,
Top
Billboard
10
knows.
greatest rock lead singers of all time.
Billboard knows. All right, we'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the Mike Calta.
I was just looking at the Instagram. I forgot yesterday I put up a video that Galvin sent me. It was Bert and Tom on Two Bears discussing how easy it is to run a half marathon. That one time Bert was in the studio with us, Galvin was getting ready to run a half marathon, and Bert's like, "We'll do it."
No, I wasn't. He wanted to run the half marathon.
Oh.
And I was not in shape to do it, but he was like, "Come on, do it." I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." But I'm telling you, I'm not going to do
15 miles? Is
great.
that what that is?
13.1.
13.1. And then Jim Florentine was here, and Jim's like, "All right, I'll do it too."
Yeah.
Right.
And then Jim Florentine quit a mile into it, went and took a poop, and then jumped back into it and didn't tell anybody. So
Yes.
Bert was telling the story on Two Bears, and I took it and put it on the reel, and I put it up on our Instagram. You can go see that. Plus, me waking up Spanish at his house at 2:40 in the afternoon on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped by his house unexpected and had to jump in bed with him to wake him up.
That was wonderful.
That sounds really gay.
Yeah, so Bert and I finished the half marathon. Jim goes and stops at a hotel, goes to the bathroom, has some of the breakfast, and then just jumps back into the race like at the finish line. He was like, I don't know, 800 yards away and did it, whatever. So then we're hanging out and having beers, and they're announcing the different people. And Jim Florentine placed for his age group. What? They had no idea that he left and then like went back in, and we heard him announce it, and then we started laughing so hard.
So
and he's
great.
like, "Should I go get it?" Like, what? And we're like, "Yes."
That's so funny. It's up at the Mike Calta show. We're also this, we were trying to do a thing where we were going to have like official OnlyFans girl of the Mike Calta show. And then we were all excited. We had a big contest. We had a logo and all that. And corporate's like,
Yeah.
So we just were like, you know what? I'm not going to fight it anymore. Let it go. But I do like to support the local girls. And some girl hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, if I do a thing, will you do this?" And I was like, yeah. She was going to do a video for our like story thing or whatever. And last week was a little hectic, so I never got to see it. And I remembered it this weekend, and I put it up in our story. So I do like to continue to promote the girls in our area. You know, I think it's great how some of these girls are making so much money. There's this girl I found. I want to play her song, but I'm afraid Galvin's going to make fun of me.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Because let me play. Because in the beginning, she like if you gave me this song and said, "Produce this song," I would take the talking out of the beginning, and I would find somebody else to do the guitars, because the guitar player on this is terrible. But also, if you see, don't look and see what she looks like, Galvin. Because if you
Okay.
see what she looks like, it's going to ruin it.
Well, if that's what I was wondering, did you see what she looked like? And no matter what, it's
No.
going to be good because she's smoking hot.
No,
You're
no.
like, who cares?
Can I tell you? I heard the song, and I don't normally like this type of music. I would think this would be more of a John Senning type of music, but it's really good. Then, well, let's start here. Hold on. She talks in the beginning. Don't.
Yeah, but I can be objective. Like
I
I know.
can't.
those
It bugs-
people who
it bugs
suck
me.
off your energy. I call them energy vampires.
right.
Well, energy vampires can suck you dry. That's why I keep my circle small. That's why I keep my circle tight. I learned my lesson to always trust my intuition. Cause some of these people, they don't have my best intentions. Pay attention, cause there's always more snakes in the grass, ready to bite any chance that they have. I burn the stage to cut ties and say my goodbyes to anybody out there that doesn't deserve my time. Cause my time is precious and my
White or
energy
black?
delicious. They be trying to eat without doing the dirty
White.
dishes. I love
Yeah.
you from a distance, so please get out of my kitchen. If you don't serve the goddess, get your check because you're finished like a niece. I'm free from toxicity.
Sounds like kids'
And I
music,
use an
like
evil eye
a
to
children-
protect
her
my
voice like a
energy.
very-
She's got a cartoony voice.
Yeah.
But
Like
I will
Kids
tell
Bop.
you that the rest of her music, and she's got a good hook.
I know I shine, so I'm gonna protect my energy all the
All right. So anyway, she's got other songs, and the other songs are good, and they're a little less like cartoony, like they're a little more serious.
Yeah.
But I like her, and I this song gets stuck in my head. Like I legitimately like this song, and she happens to be kind of hot, but not hot to everybody. She's got dreadlocks and she's got nose piercings and all that stuff. But evidently, she has an OnlyFans page, and all of our listeners, because I put it up on our story one time, and all of our listeners have been sending me the naked pictures of her.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's
her
nice.
body is incredible.
Nice.
But anyway, my whole point is that she's a single mother. I've been looking at this. She's a single mother, and
And she's moving in with Mike next
no.
week.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not really attracted to her. I look at her and she just looks like she's not my kind of thing. You know what I mean? I like girls look like dark hair and big mouths. You know what I mean? She's the opposite. She's blonde. But anyway, my point is that she is a single mother and she's trying to get this record deal. And she says at one point, one of her songs, she's like, now I got record companies fighting over me. This is the greatest thing position I've been in. And her OnlyFans is killing it. So she's been able to subsidize her music with the OnlyFans. And I think that makes girls stronger. It shows you how powerful they are, that stupid guys will give them money to see pictures of them naked when there's a gazillion free porn things on the internet. Yeah. So, I think it works in women's favor. I really do. I keep trying to tell my wife, I'm like, just do it and set the geographic thing where it's only going to be in Hungary. Yeah. Or nobody in Budapest knows who you are. Do it that way. Come on, we need a boat. She's not buying it at all.
Yeah, listen, those images last forever, and just because you're doing it in Hungary.
Look at her naked. Who cares if that lasts forever?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Let it last forever. The Mona Lisa lasts forever, too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Like, she's sexy, without a doubt, but I don't know. I think it's because I'm too old now. I look at some young girls, like they look really young to me, even if they're not.
Yeah. And she's a hippie young too, which she seems like she's nice.
But, she smells like
smell a little
patchouli.
Wax.
So what if when your daughter is of legal age, she comes to you and says, "Dad, you said this is great, an empowering moment for women. I'm going to go on OnlyFans, and I want guys to pay to see me nude."
It's excellent that you bring that up because I say two reasons. One, those girls didn't have the resources that you have. You already have money. You already have supportive parents. You already have the whole infrastructure. You don't need it.
But it's about empowering women. It's great.
Empowering women as opposed, like the women who don't have the money and don't have the family and the structure, they don't need it. They can go ahead and they can fight their way out instead of, they're in control in this situation. So I don't think it's bad. Also, the second reason is because then I have to kill everybody, and I don't want to kill everybody. Look, I'm not telling you, hey, ladies, you should go get an OnlyFans. Yeah. What I'm saying is some women are doing it the right way. They're like, listen, I know guys are suckers. Like my old nanny went from walking around carrying a Bible to secretly being a stripper to then like getting chest tattoos and really
no
face
secret
piercing.
Anymore.
Yeah. No secret anymore. And the thing is that she is stacking cash. I mean, every time I see her, she's got a block of cash.
Yeah.
Good. Take
your
it,
hand
put it
to her?
away. No, I've never given her $1.
So you want to deny your daughter an opportunity to make that kind of money?
No, I could not support my daughter if she came to me and said...
She has to support your granddaughter.
Yeah.
If she came to me and said, Dad, I want to be in porn.
I'm going to be stacking all this money. I'll make more money than I could ever imagine.
We already have money. That's one thing you don't need. I'm serious. Yeah. Like, I'm saying this in a serious way for women who... Like, my mom was a poor single mother of 2. Now, do I want my mom doing OnlyFans? No. But my mom worked her ass off and her whole life with 2-3 jobs. It's unnecessary. If you can throw up a couple of nudies over there and have people giving you $1,000 a month to do that, I think good for them.
Yeah.
As long as dumb guys will keep paying it, ladies, keep taking it.
Oh, they'll pay. They'll pay the money.
As long as you're in control. As long as you're not letting them in control.
But Dad, I am going to be in control.
Gio, I'm going to shoot you first. I'm going to seriously
He's
shoot
not
you
wrong,
first.
though. Gio's not wrong.
That's somebody's father. Or that's somebody's daughter.
I know, and all I'm saying is
if it's good for them, it should be good for your daughter as well. It should be good for my daughters.
If you are in a position where you have to do something to make money, I would much rather them do this than prostitution or going out there selling drugs or any of these things that could get them in trouble or hurt. You want to sit in your room and take a couple of naked pictures, do it.
You ever see the different ones where the girl posts and she goes, my college professor called me by my OnlyFans name tag. It's like, whoopsies.
Spanish, if Gio asks another question, get the biggest gun you can find in the room and bring it in here.
Okay.
All right, we were leaving off in news. Galvin had a list from Billboard magazine, the most respected magazine in the music business because it's all about ad sales and music sales and it's an accurate count of how people are doing, not opinion based. So.
And they put together what they say is Billboard's 10 greatest rock lead singers of all time.
If this is not number one, I have to question the rest of this list. The greatest rock singer of all time, I don't even particularly love, but just had a birthday yesterday that has got to be Robert Plant.
The Golden God, Robert Plant, number 4.
Wow.
Oh!
Number 4.
Mick Jagger.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think of that.
Number 1.
No.
Mick Jagger?
No.
Yeah. Greatest
no.
rock lead singer of all time.
David Lee
Now,
Roth.
here's the thing, though. Is they're not saying the best voice in rock. They're saying greatest rock lead singer.
He's got Riz.
Yeah. Jagger's up there doing his stuff, whatever. He's not
There's
the
literally
best.
a song called "Moves Like Jagger." I get it.
He's not the best vocally, and that's not what they're saying. This is greatest rock lead singers of all time. So they say Mick Jagger number one.
I don't. I believe that both Mick Jagger and Robert Plant paved the way for everybody who came after them. So, but I would put them both up there. Robert Plant, people tried to sing like him and move like him. Mick Jagger, people tried to present themselves like
and
it.
I
So
think,
I'll give it that.
and listen, Robert Plant, clearly the better vocalist, like technically better vocalist. But also, Mick Jagger also has 40-some more years of doing it.
You get points for longevity, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Led Zeppelin, obviously Robert Plant doing other stuff now. And
David Lee Roth.
Yeah, gotta be.
DLR, not in the top 10.
That's
oh
garbage.
My God. How could you have the other two and not have him? If that's the
Well, I can tell you that some have great voices, some have great showmanship, some have both. You know, so there's some different ones that are in here.
Freddie Mercury,
who I would say has both great voice and great 100%. Charisma and stuff. Number 3.
Okay,
comes in at number 3.
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil of Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, who is known for being one of the
Is
worst,
this the fattest, worst lead singer list?
Singers
The sweatiest?
live. No, he's not in the top 10.
Oh,
Rob
okay.
Halford.
Rob Halford, Judas Priest, great voice, not in the top 10.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler has both great voice, charisma, not in the top 10.
Oh, losing me.
You're going to be blown away by some of the ones that are in the top 10.
The other, Joe Perry, not Joe Perry. who's the guy from Journey? Steve Perry.
Steve Perry, known as the voice, not in the top 10.
Oh, this is garbage.
Okay.
Dave Grohl,
No,
Joe Strummer.
no,
James Hetfield.
no.
All right, hold
Fred
on. Let me
Durst.
think about this for a second.
what?
Let me think about this for a second. Greatest, is Sammy Hagar on there?
No.
Okay. I was
Top 10
trying to figure the list out.
Greatest rock lead singers of all time.
Roger
Bon
Daltrey.
Bon Scott, no. Roger Daltrey, no.
No
No.
to Roger Daltrey.
No.
Can sing and also had stage presence. Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, no.
Jimmy Buffett.
No.
We're running out of legit singers here.
Elvis
I will
Presley.
tell you, on the top 10 list, there are 2 females.
Oh,
Are they both in Heart? Because that's
Terrible. List is garbage.
rock.
No.
Pat
Neither one.
Benatar.
Ann Wilson, not on the top 10.
is Pat Benatar on there?
Pat Benatar, no.
Oh,
And there's other women on there?
Yeah.
Grace Slick.
No.
you made that person up.
No, that's from the Starship. Okay, hold on. Now
Janis Joplin.
No.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Not in the top 10.
But also not a lead singer. Well, I guess Janis Joplin was. Yeah, she was in a band.
I mean, literally known for one of the greatest voices of all time.
Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she was in the top 3, I'd accept that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Cornell.
No,
No.
I'm not even gonna say this. Chris Cornell not there.
No.
All right. I don't. Where are we at? We got 1 and 3 and not 2.
You got 1, 3, and 4.
Axl Rose.
Oh,
Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses,
huge range.
comes in at number 10.
Okay.
And style and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you know, obviously you're thinking
Lost
back,
it a little,
you
yeah.
know, to the
Okay. All right. We're back. We're back in the business here. What
We
women?
named everybody.
Joan Jett.
No.
Oh, I would say I'll smack that right in your mouth. If that's the case. A woman singer that's in a rock band.
But you can also go other ones because we have plenty of other ones that you
No,
have
I
not
know, but
done
I'm
yet.
trying to narrow it down with the women because I can't.
I will tell you, number 2 is a female and one of the greatest voices in rock music.
Like Carly Simon type?
No.
Okay.
Female
Carly's-
rock voice.
Can I tell you? I'm going to tell you who. I don't think this is on the list, but the first woman in a rock band that ever make me go, all right, that rocks, was Courtney Love.
Yeah.
And I mean, that whole album that came out, I was like, okay, this sounds like it could stand with the rest of the music.
And not necessarily hard rock. This
Yeah.
is rock.
Rock, yeah.
This is rock music, yeah.
Galvin, this is beyond me. I can't. Can you give us another one so we know?
I mean, imagine Mo is yelling David Bowie
Oh,
on the
yeah.
radio.
Bowie, no, not in top 10.
Loser.
Top 10.
Are they all older bands? Or
Yes,
any of these?
yes.
Okay,
I'll
all right.
tell you right now, whenever I say number 2, you guys are going to go, oh, yes.
Like, I'm not going to say the great Edward Louis Severinsen Vetter the Third. There's no
No.
way that he's right. I mean,
No.
I'm not even saying that, and I'm not going to say the great John Bon Jovi from Sayreville, New Jersey. There's no way.
So Axl Rose was number 10. Number 9 on the list,
Buster Poindexter.
Billboard's 10 greatest rock lead singers of all time. I mean, this is all charisma. Bono.
He can sing a little. I mean, he has had tons of hits.
Yeah,
like number 9, I'll give him number 9.
Listen, it's mostly charisma. Like, he's got a decent voice. I understand that, but it's also
which we agreed on. I can't believe we didn't think of that on our own.
Terrible singer.
This one, I love his group. I love his stuff. But if you're talking about lead singers, I'm blown away by this. Definitely style. Definitely a completely different experience. Like the show and all the different stuff. Number 8, George Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
Parliament of Funk.
Yeah.
I
I agree with that.
so basically, it's a frontman list.
Well, not necessarily, because there are, like, Freddie Mercury, Robert Plant. I mean, they're great
Still
frontmen, but
frontman,
great
yeah.
voices, too.
But I think this more leads towards the frontman showmanship than it does towards the singing. So.
Yeah, because number 6 is, even though he's got a okay voice, whatever, it's definitely about showmanship for number 6. Number 7 is a woman. Number 7 is a woman.
Is Jimi Hendrix in this?
Jimi Hendrix not on this.
Okay, hey.
No.
Meatloaf.
No.
That is not a woman.
That's a great singer, though.
Well,
Number 7, the lead singer from Blondie,
Oh,
Debbie Harry. Yeah. Number 6, all about the show, David Byrne, Talking Heads.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd put him in the top 20.
Number 5.
I like Talking Heads, but
Yeah,
he's
right.
not. And there's no singer to him at all. He
No.
talks.
Yeah.
Number 5 really was he's iconic, and he definitely changed and brought in a whole new style of music, his band, but he was the lead singer and guitar player.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
Number
no
5.
singing.
Number 5. No singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, I mean, better than David Byrne.
number 4 was Robert Plant. Number 3, Freddie Mercury. Number 1 is Mick Jagger. Still number 2. Great voice.
And another
female.
woman?
It's a female?
Female voice in a rock
That's not
group.
Janis Joplin.
That is not Janis Joplin.
Debbie Harry.
As soon as I say it, you're going to go, oh, yeah, that's so obvious.
And she's older?
She is older.
And I guess Carly Simon, not
I
Carly
will tell you
Simon.
this. I will tell you this. Wears a lot of capes and spins.
Nick, the
Stevie
Fleetwood
Nicks.
Mac,
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. Great voice.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
one of
don't.
the best
I
of all
don't picture
time.
her
Yes.
as the lead singer. That's why I didn't think of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
even though she is.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. That's it. Billboard's 10 greatest rock lead singers of all time. I got to tell you, Ann Wilson not being in there is crazy.
Pat
Ann Wilson from
Benatar.
Heart is one of the best singers. Pat Benatar has an unbelievable voice. I know that I'm biased because I love it and stuff. Ronnie James Dio. I mean,
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
be kidding me. One of the greatest voices in rock, and talk about showmanship.
We talk about this all the time. I hate Dio's voice because it just sounds like all those hair band screaming metal.
But it's funny because you say that, and he's not one of the high singers.
Yeah, not high, but it just reminds. And don't get me wrong, I still think super talented and all that stuff, and I like some of Dio's songs. But it's all like that, like that. Same thing with Iron Maiden with that. Run to the hills, all that metal rock voice, which I think those guys that can really sing don't get the credit because of that.
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor and play Last in Line real quick?
What is that?
By Dio? Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Put Dio Last in Line. Starts
Carmen,
out.
is this gonna scare us?
No, it's not going to scare you.
All right.
It starts out like soft, whatever, and then he hits the word home, and the way he hits this note and holds it. If you're not impressed by this, then
like it.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm excited. I swear, I don't know which one of you guys said it, but I think it's true. These lists, I think, are just made to make people mad.
Yeah, I mean this one, it's arguable because they're saying lead singers. They're not necessarily saying voice, best voice, whatever. But
Oh, I know this song. Yeah.
yeah.
If you said to me this is a metal song, I'd be like, what?
Now listen to this when he hits home. Right here.
I just realized, Galvin, but I just realized something. I think I disregard him because he looks like my Aunt Lena.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like if you told me this was John Oliva, I'd be like,
But then
yes.
listen to this voice. Listen to this.
If John Oliva sings like that. Yeah, the person who sings like this should not look like Rhea Perlman.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
in a rabbit vest.
Yeah. I think that's it. I'm not putting it all together. Oh, all right.
Great though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you could just hit that one note, if you went into
dude.
parties and were like, "Hey, check this out," and did that, people would be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, my bad. Okay, he can sing.
Yeah.
He can sing.
I mean, there's a lot. If you're talking singers, whatever. Lead singer, front man, whatever. It's a different category. I don't know.
He was on the show and he did a lineup for us. He said, "You're listening to the best in the biz." Thank you, the late great Ronnie James Dio. And what, cancer?
Yeah.
He's going to hell too. That's not even good.
Yeah, but he's gonna be set in hell. Like everybody's gonna love him.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
he
hell
created
is
the devil
everybody.
horns.
But everybody that goes to hell is in flames for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
They're like, "This has got that."
Yeah.
For
You think-
eternity, not the rest of their life.
You think it's going to be great until you got Satan, shooting fire at your feet, going, "Sing for me, clown." Yeah.
Yeah, hit Dio, hit the home note.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Satan. I can't get there.
Oh, his hell is they take out his vocal cords.
Oh.
He can't sing. Oh, and take away his rapid vest.
They
he
make
just-
him serve beers in Boston.
And they go, you know what? No swords. Can't have any swords.
It's my nightmare.
This weekend, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New York Jets. You excited about that, Gio? You feeling better about the season?
5 wins.
Yeah, I think I might have to take my bet back.
Listen, I got to tell you, I went and got to see the Steelers play against the Bucks, and then they played against the Bills preseason stuff. And I don't want to get too excited about preseason, but we're going to the Super Bowl. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
The Bucks have a lot of good things in their favor. They got that kid that they drafted. That's another good receiver.
Trey Palmer, who's a rookie wide receiver, looks like he's the last
He
2
scored
games.
a touchdown.
He's had touchdowns, and he's looking to be pretty good.
He's scoring touchdowns, and he'd be a third receiver. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's great for us. And
Baker Mayfield did not play.
I
which
know.
Some people are saying that's pretty much
that he's got
shows
the job.
that he's going to be the starter.
I wasn't mad at Kyle Trask.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
played pretty good.
running out to get a Trask jersey, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was what, 20 for 28. I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't do too bad.
It's so hard to tell what is going on in preseason football.
Here's the thing I told my wife is that I was watching the game and she's like, "Is this live?" I go, "No." I go, "It's a replay. I'm just watching a couple highlights because I didn't see the beginning." And she's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, just so not the same. If this was Tom Brady was here, we were watching every second of every preseason and Gronk and all that. This is going to be a weird. You have to fall in love with these players again."
Like, I think every starter was out on Saturday.
You have Brady, who is having the off the field problems during the season and all that stuff. Is Baker going to have the problems with the money stuff? That's going on?
That's pretty wild.
A lot of people are speculating that that's why he went ahead and put that out there, because he's already got the job locked up. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Let me just tell you, you've been baked or feel the bake. What do you like better?
You've been baked.
After a touchdown, you've been baked.
You got baked.
You
Yeah.
got baked.
Yeah.
You just got baked.
Yeah.
You got baked.
You got baked.
Okay,
got
I
baked.
like that.
And then he goes, whenever he throws it, the receiver comes over and they high five and they go, "Wake and bake."
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Instead of "let's go," I'm yelling "let's bake."
Let's
Yeah.
bake.
Right. Yeah. Let's bake.
I'm telling you,
LFB.
I'm telling you
bake.
right now, if you showed up with a Bucks jersey and a chef's hat on,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
All right. If he wins 3 games in a row, I'm putting out Baker Mayfield chef
Yeah.
hats.
Let's
Yes.
bake.
Right.
Let's bake.
Yep.
Let's
we'll
bake,
donate all the
baby.
money to charity. We're baking with
Yeah.
with Baker Mayfield.
LFB.
Can I tell you though? I still think he's going to be fun the whole season. I think he's going to be fun in press conferences. I think he's going
Yeah.
to play well. I don't think he's going to be awful.
I know a lot of the Gator fans are very upset that their guy's not going to be the starter,
Well, you
which
know,
I like to point out any chance I get.
Yeah.
their guy's not the starter, and then the other guy was collecting child porn. So
Oh, Mamma Mia.
not good for the Gators.
Todd Bowles still says that there is a competition going on, but I don't believe that.
No, but I'll tell you, it's certainly good to know that there is a guy, there that can do some of the job. You know what I mean? If we have Baker go down for a game or go out to come out in the third, and somebody's going to go in there and maintain a win.
You said 12 wins. I said 5.
Yeah.
How many games did they play? 16?
16.
I said 12.
Yeah.
Oh, they play 17 now,
17,
actually.
yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Okay. What do you want to bet? Do you want to bet
no,
1,000 or no?
The Bucks. He
Come
said the Bucks will
on.
win 12 games this season.
Listen, let's make our final bet after the last preseason game. I'll bet you on
Okay.
who's got what, how many games.
Okay, and we
over under.
also have to make sure that we have our bet locked in for the football picks as well with Martine.
Yeah, when's Martine? Is he going to come back in? We'll set that up. But we got Ian's going to come in on Wednesday, and Ian will tell you the Bucks will be happy if they win 3 games.
Yeah,
he's not. Ian is the most honest guy that you'll ever get because he played the game, so he knows it from that point of view. Then he spent a career talking about the game, so. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't mind seeing Ian in the box, doing the I mean, I like Dave Moore, so I'm not saying take Dave Moore out, but I would think that Ian would do a great job at that. It's always good to have a player perspective. Clearly by Tony Romo, you know that. You'll know it by Tom Brady when he does it.
Put Ian on the stand out there where Booger used to be. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Ian do
Let him
that?
run around the field.
I had to watch that.
Is Deckerhoff retired or is he still here?
He's still here. Yeah.
Oh, let it go.
He retired from doing the Florida State football games.
Does he know? Does he know he retired?
Now he's just doing Buccaneers. Yeah.
What I guarantee you, at some point during the season, he's going to call the Bucks the Seminoles.
Maybe.
He's so confused.
I love Deckerhoff so much. He's the best.
I mean, look, you super great guy, super nice guy.
You'll never replace him. Once he's gone, that's
you replace him in a heartbeat.
No.
First of all, who's listening to the radio?
Yeah.
For the Buccaneers.
I just like him over the highlight clips.
Yeah, sure. Anytime you get a guy, but all you got to do is find somebody else who's got an exciting yell, and you'll be like, oh, remember Gene Deckerhoff?
Nah, he's the best.
I read an interesting thing about AI is they want to use it for sports broadcasting. It's going to be like their next big push. It's going to be way easier because it's basically
That would be interesting.
because it's a lot of stats and a lot of calling.
Listen, I don't want broadcasters to lose their jobs or anything like that, but it would know all the stats, know all the little anecdotes. It would know everything.
Yeah, but would it sound like
they can make it sound like whoever they want.
Baker Mayfield drives back to you, throw the pass?
No, you've heard it.
Yeah.
It sounds conversational. It sounds, like they're actually talking and doing that.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Plus, the AI companies, a lot of them already have the rights to
Voices.
The public's voices.
Think about this.
Already, so they can make it sound like whoever.
Think about this. You have the announcer, and then you have the color guy. The color guy is AI, and so it'll be like number 56, who is, and then AI pops in. That's blah, blah, blah. And then tells you all about the thing. And when he was a kid, his favorite player was Joe Namath.
They've already, when you play the Madden video game, they already have it at a basic level where it tells you exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, so while I was off last week, I heard a story that I don't know if you guys talked about it or not, but the woman that used AI to trick her boyfriend into admitting that he was cheating on her.
Oh, no.
She used AI to get her boyfriend's best friend's voice and then called him as the best friend.
Just real quick. Hey, guys. They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. Girls that know how to do that stuff. Not all of them are just doing OnlyFans.
Oh.
they're also setting you up with science.
You know how many years I said to my wife, you don't need an iPhone. You don't need an iPhone. Just get
The
a
old
flip phone.
AI rope-a-dope.
Yeah, you just got baked.
Yeah. Just got big
LFP.
hard.
Can you imagine if I get a phone call and it's Pete and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, hey, you still talking to that sexy girl from Newport Richie? Lord knows that's a phrase that's ever been spoken.
Newport Richie,
Yeah, and I go, oh, Cindy, yeah, she's hot. She sent me nudes. Then my wife's like, ha ha, I gotcha.
I can't believe your wife does not know yet.
And it'll come out and it'll go, meep, meep. Hey, Mike, it's Pete.
I bet she'll never find out.
Man, I'm not.
over.
That's gonna be a real weird.
Yeah.
Our grandkids are gonna live in a weird generation.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy that's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be terrible because all our grandparents and great grandparents are like, you kids today, you're all dumb. You're all. I mean, my daughter could edit a video and put everything out faster than I can, and she's 10. She knows more about things in the world than I think that she knows about. And it's all from what she could find out on YouTube and the internet. So
Your daughter
I'm
can
gonna
do it, but
shoot
Joe
you, Joe.
can't.
I thought you were gonna say something about OnlyFans. I was gonna throw a knife at you.
I said she can do a video, but Joe can't.
Yeah.
I will tell you, my dad, every once in a while, I have to remind him of something because we'll be talking about stuff and he'll go, I got to tell you, it's crazy. This world, like, it's not how it used to be. And he'll start complaining about stuff. And I go, yeah, but Dad, what are you going to do about it? He
Yeah.
goes, what do you mean? I go, what are you going to do about it? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, exactly. Then just enjoy your life.
Yeah.
I go, you get to come down here with your family. We're going to go to the Steelers game. I go, let's talk about that stuff. That's so much more fun. He'll sit there and watch the news, and I'm like, stop watching the news. Put a Seinfeld on, dude. So, you know, like that stuff's going to get you.
What's weird is I watch the news sometimes, and I go, I'm in a different position, certainly, than your dad, who's 90 years old, and I talk to 2 million people every day. And sometimes I feel like I do get a lot of emails. This is real. When I talked about having anxiety and depression and taking medication for it, I guess that a lot of guys have a hard time talking about that. And every year during Mental Health Awareness Month it comes up, but a lot of times guys have a hard time talking about that because they feel like if they suffer from it, they're a weaker man. I'm the first one to tell you I'm afraid of roller coasters, so I don't care what you think about me. You know what I mean? But I always talk about that, and I can't tell you how many emails I get from guys that say, hey, you know, it was good to hear you talk about that because I go through the same thing, but nobody talks about it. And then some guys are like, hey, I went and told my doctor about you're taking a medication, and is there something I could take, and now it's helping me. Like, I do get a lot of those emails from people. So I have to realize that in this job, as much as we like to pretend Joe's a Nazi and make fart jokes and talk about OnlyFans and stuff, that there are things that I feel responsible for doing on the show. When I talk about this transgender thing and the Bud Light thing, I only know 1 or 2 people in my life that are transgender that I'm not even that close with. I mean, the one I haven't seen in 10 years, and the other one I hardly ever see anymore. It still lives here. But I just am for a fair shake for everybody in their life. It's like you tell your dad, just have a good time. If everybody could just do that, mind your own business and carry on. And then don't turn everything into a big fight like, oh, but men and women's sports. No, nobody's talking about that. Just let people live their life. And I think sometimes when people are in the middle and they don't know how they feel about it, and then they hear us talk about it, they go, yeah, you know, they're right. Or some people go, those guys are completely wrong. But hearing people talk about it in a normal way where you're not talking down to them, excuse me, I think helps out. So those are some responsibilities with this show that I think about every once in a while. Other than that, though, I'm pretty much with you. Yeah. Just live your life and have fun. I see the best in everything. I really do.
I feel like a lot of people create problems where there's not problems. Yeah. And a lot of time you just want to go, okay, but how is that affecting your life?
Like the dog in Publix. The dog in Publix, the only one that should have had a problem with that was the manager. If the dog is in Publix with the guy, he's not bothering you, he's not going near the food, just shut your mouth and go about your own way.
You know what my favorite thing to do now is, and, you know, I don't get in a lot of confrontations. It's not like people are coming up to me and they go, hey, what do you do that? But I love whenever people confront me about something and I go, who are you?
Yeah.
And I say it just like that because I want them to realize, oh, yeah, I'm not the owner of Publix or I'm not the owner of the road or whatever. I go, who are you? Waiting for them to be like, oh, yeah. Nobody. Exactly. You're nobody. I'm not more important than you. We're both here. Neither one of us own this place or anything. So what are you putting the rules in for?
It's crazy.
Is that they're showing Brooke Bennett on TV on Fox 13, the Olympic swimmer? And she's got a full sleeve of tattoos now. That's pretty hot. Yo, if she gets OnlyFans, I'd love that.
Brooke
in Paris, right? Is that who it was? Isn't she Brooke Bennett, the Olympic swimmer that lived here a long time ago? I don't know either.
Remember Brooke Bennett?
I just look beyond Spanish and the TV's behind them. So, all right, we got to take a break. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. I haven't taken a lot of phone calls. I also want to talk about this thing there's 2 things in the music business I want to talk about. One, why it might be dangerous to be at a Lana Del Rey concert. And the other thing is I'm not as enamored by this ginger that's walking around singing acoustic songs as the rest of the world seems to be. We'll talk about that when we get back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
It's the Mike Calta.
.58 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Walsh Roofing and Solar. They are currently putting not currently, but they're going to put a roof on my dad's home. My dad was telling me this weekend they're going to come out. Do you know how long they said it's going to take to put a roof on my dad's house?
I mean, under 2 weeks would be very impressive.
48 hours.
No.
2 days. I said to my dad,
helicopter it on?
that's what I said. I said it took them a month to put the roof of my house. My dad was like, well, you have a bigger roof. I went, you know what? My roof's a pain in the ass because I have different pitches and different things. It's really weird. But yeah, they said they could do it probably in 2 days. That's amazing. I said, if you give them a week, I'd be really happy. So anyway, Walsh Roofing and Solar put the roof on my home. They're doing my dad's home next. And if they did mine and I'm trusting them to do my dad's, then that's who you need to call. And if you're thinking about getting solar for your home, there's so many solar choices out there. I bet most of them even call you on your private cell phone all the time trying to get you to buy it. You do want to get solar because you're like, I could be saving money on my bill, but how do I do it? What are the tax credits all about? Call Walsh Roofing and Solar, and they can give you all the information. Nobody knows more about the roof, and now they're up on the roof, and they're putting the solar in for you. WalshRoofingandSolar.com. That is Walsh Roofing and Solar. Let them know you heard about it on our show. Let them know that, say, hey, you're the ones that put Calta's roof on with all the pitches and all that stuff. They even put a porta potty in my house. They knew they were going to be here for a little while. Go to WalshRoofingandSolar.com and start saving money on your electric bill immediately with solar power. Tell them the Mike Calta Show sent you. Now, I played that girl's name is Shannon Blake, by the way, and it's Shanin. People are asking me on social. That's the girl that sang that Energy Vampire song that also had the OnlyFans that I like. And I don't know how I stumbled across her, but I like her. But every once in a while, somebody who is a performer goes viral because of their song. It gets to Joe Rogan or somebody, and they put it out there. Now, this guy is Oliver Anthony. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I did find him through Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan put the a clip of him singing up there. And much like Chris Stapleton and Luke Combs and all those guys, he's got the scratchy country voice. And his song is, I guess it's like anti-corporation kind of song. I'm going to play a little bit for you, but I am not, he was just on Fox News today. I'm not nearly as enamored by him as everybody else seems to be. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. Maybe, Carmen, if you play it, you'll change my mind for me. This is the edited version because he also has a little bit of a potty mouth.
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't this, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
All right, pause it, will you?
So
I get the frustration and I get the being the voice of the everyman, but I also just hate complainers. I just don't. Listen, I get it, and for some people it's a big struggle, but it's also in the amount that you put into it. And just like this guy probably has been busting his ass for years trying to become a musician, and it's kicking him back in the face. You know, I heard, I don't know if he mentions it in the song or if the person just wrote about it online, but they wrote this big article about how guys like him have been getting kicked in the balls all these years, and Taylor Swift is selling out 6 nights at the stadium. And I was like, are we faulting Taylor Swift for this? Did Taylor Swift fall out of her mother's womb and into a record deal? Or do you think maybe she worked at it since she was like 9 years old? Like, I don't understand hating other people's success and blaming them while you're not having any.
Well, here's the thing about this guy is he does have a good voice, and I think it's because he's just kind of an average dude. He's a ginger. He's just wearing a T-shirt. He's out in the woods singing, but sounds really good. What I don't like about him, did you hear he turned down an $8 million record deal?
No, why? I did hear that.
He's
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, and I don't believe the T-shirt and jeans, and I don't believe that I just stumbled across this guy on the internet, or does he already under contract to somebody, and this is how they roll him out?
By the way, 29 million views on that video.
Well, and thank Joe Rogan for that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. And if he didn't have Joe Rogan, he probably wouldn't have gotten that attention that he got, and then all of a sudden, everybody who has to do everything that Joe Rogan does was like, yeah, man, this guy speaks to my soul and puts it on the radio and plays it. I'm going to tell you right now, the guy's got a pretty good voice. And if you like that sort of Chris Stapleton, what's that other guy's name? That other country guy that had the really good voice with the short-haired country guy. He had a weird name.
Jelly Roll?
No.
That's a pretty weird name.
That is
That's a
country.
good guess.
No, that is a country artist.
No, I know who Jelly Roll is, but no,
Okay.
I'm saying there was a guy about when Chris Stapleton came out. He was another guy that Rogan liked, and he had a name. His name was like Garrett or something like that, like one of those Southern names. I know people are yelling at their radio right now.
But also, this guy is, it's not necessarily him doing it. Could be a song about somebody, a character, or whatever. Or
yeah,
just,
but his whole reason he's getting all this credit is because he's the voice of the middle class, and I'm all for the voice of the middle class. I was a very low class kid my whole life, but there's just something about I think it's great that when kids leave high school, if they want to learn a trade, they go right into the trade and forget college, because college really isn't going to help you unless you're going for something specific that you want to do. If you want to be a welder, start doing it when you're 17 or 16 during the summers, and then get better at it and be a good welder. And do it like what Derek Olin did, Mr. Olin from Olin's Plumbing. Learn how to be a really good plumber, then open your own place and then grow it and keep going. And it doesn't happen overnight. And these people that get mad at other people because they've had success, it blows my mind. We were talking about this earlier off the air, how many years I've been in radio and how I've loved it all, but the first 10 years of it were awful as far as living, I lived with Pete. I lived with Pete and Freddie. I lived with, I drove a stolen car for a year. That's not a joke. I had a car. I could only afford a Firebird with T-tops, of which one of them flew into the Tampa Bay off the Howard Franklin Bridge because the lock didn't work. I've had a rough go at it, but you have to stick with it and work your ass off, and can't blame everybody else around you. And those songs where you just sound like you're blaming everybody else bug me.
He
Spanish,
says,
what year are you in radio?
11,
11?
12.
Oof.
I did not Spanish.
yeah.
I did not have the pay that you've had. Not that you make a gazillion dollars, but I wish to God that I made the money that you made in my early years of radio. I could tell you right now, because I don't think there's any reason why I can't. I made my first year at 98 Rock. I made $15,000 a year. Then Pete got fired, and all of a sudden I became the sports guy, and I got $22,000 a year. Yeah, and this was the number one morning show in the whole area, and here I was, this number 2 guy on the number 1 show, making $22,000 a year. So and then in order to subsidize that income, I can't go work at Walmart, because then I'm like, aren't you on the number 1 morning show and you're also stocking shelves at Walmart? But I did do as many gigs as I can, so that means I was out till 2:00 in the morning on a Wednesday, and then being at work on Thursday at 6 a.m.
I get that a lot. Aren't you on the number 1 morning show?
Carmen,
100%.
Carmen, are you saying that Spanish isn't doing well?
No, I was just asking because Mike said, his first 10 years in radio.
Yeah, but you hit him with a oof after it.
I mean, yeah, but also, he lives with an old wizard.
So
Okay.
Carmen,
that's not so
I'm gonna
bad.
tell you right now,
That was my choice.
if I started in '92 as an intern, my first real salary job was the $15,000 in 1996. So in 2006, where was I in 2006? Oh, that's when we started here, right?
You were
no,
much...
I came in here 2000. I came in 2007. So yeah, you started 2006. Yeah, because I started in radio in 2000, and then went up to Louisville in 2006, and then here 2007, and I've been here.
So that 10 years from 1996 to 2006 was a stellar jump for me.
Yeah.
But I had also years prior to that too. So yeah, Spanish. Oof.
Yeah, listen.
I did it a little faster. No, but think about Spanish.
Oof.
Think about Spanish, who was in college doing his Dirty T college radio show, whatever,
Yeah.
and then plucked out of having people sign stuff at the mall.
The University Square, the Million Man Mall.
To be an intern, to be a producer, to be an executive producer.
Yeah.
Oof,
I mean,
That no one respects.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that, comes with the territory.
if you on paper, it looks good.
I mean,
In reality,
it looked
very
better.
sad.
It looks better for John Brennan.
Yeah.
John Brennan was in promotions while he went to USF, then became the executive
Got
producer
let
of this
go.
show. Oh, that's right. Got
Promotions got let go.
Then rehired. then became the executive producer of this show, plucked away to be program director, then brand manager of multiple stations. That's a guy who has success.
Yeah.
Now Lord Emperor of the Universe.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. If I were you, I'd just quit today.
Yeah.
Is what we're
All
saying.
right. I'll see you guys later.
So the Carmen oof is justified, is what we've learned.
I guess, yeah.
You should take all this information and go home and write a song tomorrow and sing it on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working for 10 years. Carmen's mad at my pay.
I just want to point out that Carmen said you live with an old wizard, and Spanish said, "Yeah, by choice."
Yeah. I like living with the old wizard.
You know what's so funny is that when Pete and I were both doing pretty well, we lived together, and people would be like, "Why do you have a roommate? I thought you'd be." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm living with my best friend by choice because we could play PlayStation together. And
Yeah. We drink
hang
together,
out.
we hang out, yeah.
Girls come over and hang out. Yeah,
Sleep
it's a pretty
until
good life."
2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to point out the wizard was awake at 2 in the
That's
afternoon. Him and Sugar Pants were watching television.
That's right.
Did you ever think that Carmen would own a home before you did?
She owns a townhouse. And
Oh,
Which is a house.
that's a home, buddy.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. A townhome is a home.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't own anything.
Yeah,
You
you're
rent
right.
from a wizard.
Sure. Yeah.
You rent from a
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
Do you own your car, or are you making payments?
Yeah, I own my car.
All right, he owns a car, Carmen.
He could live in his car, Carmen.
You own all those chains,
right.
or you still money on it?
No, I still owe on these.
On the
You
chains?
own-
Yeah.
You got 'em on-
This is
Yeah,
layaway.
it's
Yeah.
Duty free.
Yeah.
Duty
Duty
free,
free. Thank you.
Duty free.
Yeah.
You know those
You
Or
gotta
dogs?
save,
just duty.
save when you can. You know what I
They're
mean?
just duty.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. I
On
appreciate
paper.
that. Yeah, on paper.
On paper, it doesn't look so great.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
paper, it's always, this is
Yeah.
a Super Bowl
Yeah,
champion
yeah.
on paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
think.
how old are you, Spanish?
Oh
I'm
my
36.
God! Why are you trying to make this
Hey.
kid suicidal?
I'm not. I'm just asking questions over here.
I'm very happy with my life. I don't really.
How old are you,
care.
Carmen?
That sounded convincing.
Yeah, listen, I don't care.
How old are you, Carmen?
I'm 32.
32.
I'm 20.
Hold on.
Jesus
32.
Christ.
Got one of the best jobs in Tampa, right? At least coolest. It lives with her boyfriend, who she will probably end up marrying someday. In a home in which she owns. I mean, I think Carmen's
Got some money in the bank.
Yeah,
That's
got
right.
some money in the bank.
Makes her
got a
own
hot sister.
detergent. Makes her own bread.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a keeper.
Don't
Spanish.
make them at the same time,
Yeah.
though.
Do you feel like your pay reflects your job title?
No, he gets way more pay than he deserves.
I was asking Spanish.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I could always use more money.
But do you feel like you're being compensated
No.
properly? No.
No.
So, okay. What about you, Carmen?
No.
Do you feel like Galvin gets too much for what he does?
No.
I'm just kidding. If any, like you were, even if he did, you were gonna look at him and go, "Yeah, I think he's overpaid."
Do you think Joe gets paid more than he
Yes.
should?
Yes.
You think Joe gets more than he should?
No, 100%.
Or do you think Joe's lack of effort comes from the fact that he doesn't get paid much?
It's a vicious circle.
It
That
is
is a vicious
cycle.
circle.
Yeah. I used to get paid more.
Mhm.
I did
Yeah,
more
you used
then.
to do more.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
But if you don't do more, you're never going to get paid more.
Yeah.
Listen, there are
I'm
plenty.
not painting anybody's fence
There
for
are
free.
plenty of times when I first started in radio, there were plenty of times that I did stuff to prove that I could do it. And so whenever they looked for somebody, they said, you know who can do it? Galvin can do it. We should get him and hire him or have him do this, whatever. That happens.
What if
Yeah.
you prove
But-
you can do it, get full time, and then they fire you to part time?
They
Why
fired
do
you
get
for
fired
farting?
to part time.
Well, I mean, you're not. I don't. You know. What happens then? I've already proven I can do it.
Was it just budgetary or do you think it was performance?
Oh no, it was definitely due to COVID, which
not what I heard.
still going on.
What's that, Gio?
That's not what I heard.
What did you
That's not
hear?
what you heard, huh?
No, I just heard
Oh,
different.
what'd you hear?
Yeah, you know,
You know.
stuff.
I heard-
a
Love to
lot,
hear
lot of people talking in the hallways.
Really?
I don't want to tell you who because I think it'll hurt. I think it'll hurt your feelings if I told you who. So I'm going to keep it to myself.
I heard that video passed you by around 2001.
I've heard that before too.
All right. Yeah.
That once everybody could start doing it on their phone,
Yeah.
you got kind of lost in the shuffle. And yeah, I mean, that's
Could be.
There was
It
a
could
shuffle?
be.
yeah.
You say, what if we were doing things on film again, Joe?
Oh well, then I'd be crushing it.
Yeah.
I think they were looking for more of a team player type attitude.
You think so? Okay. Well, that
Phone
sounds
calls
good.
are
now,
coming
now enjoy that pizza.
All right.
in. Phone calls are coming in fast and furious,
All
Joe.
right.
Good morning. Hello.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm trying to get help from Galvin, and I want Galvin to know I've already Googled it.
All right. You've done the right thing so far, sir. Go ahead.
Step 1 is Google. Step 2 is Galvin. What do you got?
There's a song called Cocaine and Whiskey that's by Them Dirty Roses. And there's a guitar lick after the chorus that I cannot figure out where they got that from, but it's something from my past, but I can't figure it out.
Oh, it's like you say it's kind of ripped off from another song?
Another song, or
can I play
one of my
it?
buddies thinks it's like from a commercial.
Can I play it, or is it
no
dirty?
cuss words. I don't.
All right. Stand by. We'll listen to it.
I
Carmin.
think they say the B word once.
That's all right. B word's okay. We work with one.
I don't like this.
Them Dirty Roses.
Well, 2 years ago when I was just 20 years old, but let me tell you what happened to me. I had a girl who I truly loved. Yeah, we were happy as we could be. We had a house, a picket fence. We had a tire hanging.
How far into it is it, sir?
Like 54 seconds.
Oh, that's pretty specific.
You guys got it.
All right, here we go.
When you give me back my ring, so give me back my ring.
Right there.
Doesn't ring a bell to me. You?
No.
Sorry, you and your friends have to go back to smoking pot. I'm sorry, sir.
No, I think it's just kind of a
generic kind of.
Yeah, common.
There is
phrasing.
A commercial that is running right now for a creamer, like for your coffee, that has the theme song to a 80s sitcom in it, subtly in the background. And I know they didn't do it by accident. So I'm like, what show is? Every time it comes on, I go, what show is that? And I can't figure it out because you can only hear a little of it in the background. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, please email me. I'd love to figure that out because when I think about it, it bugs the crap out of me. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning. How you guys doing?
Good, sir. What's up?
Hey, listen, long-time listener, and when I say long-time listener, I've been wanting to say this for a long time, but every time I get on the phone with you, I get sidetracked. We started listening to you personally in 1992 on 93.3.
Right.
My wife and I called in one night. We were playing cards at the kitchen table, and I asked you to play a song, and it wasn't a particular song that you would play on that station, but you played it anyhow. It was that Steelheart, that I Will Always Love You. Yeah, that one. And it was not a 93.3 song. But, and I've wanted to say that for a long time. You got this radio gimmick down, dude. When you say screaming at the radio, that's such a mental image for me because I've done it so many times driving my truck to work or back.
Yeah, I do it to the other shows. Like if I'm listening to, like nobody is worse than JR on Mo's show for saying the wrong thing, and I yell at the radio when I'm doing it. I'm like, God damn, I want to call in. I'm like, no, don't call in. Stop yourself.
Right? Did you mean to say that on the radio, you dumbass?
Yeah. Well, all right.
You guys are the great. I just wanted to throw you a bone, no pun intended.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I get frustrated.
intended.
What was that guy's name? It was Chris Stapleton, then this guy, or maybe there was the other way around, but they're both Steamy
jeans.
I got it right there. I want to call him Bumpus Morgan, but I know that's not it.
Morgan Wallen.
No, I guarantee Josh knows who it is. Josh likes him.
Bumpus Morgan.
Bumpus
Steamy
Morgan.
jeans?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing like either one of those. But that's what Sterling Simpson.
Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson.
That's
That's it.
it.
Bumpus Morgan.
We did it. Steamy jeans.
Stevie Jeans. Sturgill Simpson. That's who it was.
Yeah,
He was this guy. It was Sturgill Simpson and Chris Stapleton both started with that.
I got to tell you, Chris Stapleton, when he did the, he didn't do the national anthem. What did he? Or did he do?
Yeah, I
national
think he
anthem?
did. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 seconds in, and I don't know a lot about him because
You
I
were
just
like,
don't
that's
listen to
Bumpus Morgan.
No, but 3 seconds in, I go, this may be the best rendition I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
hell of a singer.
unbelievable.
Hell of a singer. If you're into that kind of music,
But I
you'll
didn't
love
even,
it.
not even like into that kind. Just
No,
great
like
voice.
for that, yeah.
Great voice.
Oh yeah, like anytime you
great-
see somebody that can sing.
And the way he did it too, like the style that he did.
What
was really
about? Did you ever hear Bumpus Morgan do it?
good. Oh man,
I
I mean,
don't speak to
there's
her the
nobody
best.
better.
Sturgill Simpson's not bad.
No, I like Sturgill Simpson, but he's another guy that's along that genre. So now you get any ginger with a guitar speaking the truth, and everybody's like, "Oh, God bless him, he knows."
Steamy Jeans did the national anthem and then played in the Super Bowl.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
Only
Wow.
person to ever do it.
That's amazing.
So not a player coach, but a performer.
Yeah.
Performer
Oh,
player.
unbelievable.
That is pretty good. I did get turned on to what's his name?
Bumpus Morgan.
No, the Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, and what's the other guy's name?
Willie Nelson.
Nope, there's another one. Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, and the other guy.
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings' son, Shooter,
Yeah.
from Joe Rogan.
Mm.
Joe Rogan played one of his songs, and I was like, God damn, that's good. And I went and listened to it, and I like Shooter Jennings. So I'm not saying
I
don't
love
like
that
the guy.
Shooter. I love that Shooter played Waylon in Walk the Line.
Yeah,
that was great.
Look, I'm not saying don't like this. What's this guy? Oliver Twist? What's his
Oliver
name?
Anthony.
Oliver Bumpus Morgan Anthony. Go love him, support him, do whatever you want. I just I have a hard time with those guys who are like, life's been really bad to me. Well, then make it good.
I don't
Go
think
do
he's
quit crying
saying
about
life is really bad. I think he's saying that he's commenting on
He's
the
singing
system.
for the
It's
people.
real.
Yeah.
He's commenting
Yeah.
on the system
I
that
want to
we
get
have.
I want to get a guitar, and too bad I can't sing, and I want to make a song called "Work Harder and Do Better."
But here's
Well-
the thing. Here's the thing. Even though you're successful and you do a good job and you have money in the bank and everything, aren't you blown away that the senators and these different people are making this exorbitant amount of money where you're like,
100%.
yeah,
It's a
but
crime.
I-
It's a
what it-
criminal thing.
that's what
right.
he's saying.
That's what I think this is more about than I can't get a steady job.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
You know
read
what
that
I mean?
article where they were bashing Taylor Swift.
Well,
And I think that it was in an interview they did with him, and they were saying Taylor Swift goes on to be so super successful, and this guy's struggling. And I went,
Yeah,
all right,
well,
well,
that's
maybe
just dumb.
maybe don't be a singer. That's not the
he
best.
says that he is going on tour. His first stop is in North Carolina. It's a free show, and it's not going to include 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet.
There you go.
I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the
Yeah.
spotlight.
Okay, then
I don't want to win the
then don't
Powerball.
go play in front of people. Go sit in your basement and shut up about it. And don't you understand?
God.
But Carmen, don't you understand? This guy is playing you.
Yeah, he's
like
doing
Kid
the old
Rock
Kid
played
Rock,
you.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees that people are like, oh, this guy doesn't even want to be famous. And everybody's like, I love him. Yeah, because you love him because you think he's doing something. He's playing to your emotions.
By the way, if you get 29 million views on YouTube in
You're
a couple
making
weeks,
money.
whatever, you're making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah. Look, and again, good for him. I hope he continues just like an OnlyFans girl. Take the money when you can get it. Take it while they're giving it to you, pal.
Yeah, I can't wait for him in like a year from now, which, by the way, we won't even know this guy's name in a year from now. We don't even know it right now. We're calling him Bumpus Morgan. But him in a year from now, whenever he has all the money and stuff, and he's like, oh, yeah, I can't believe you guys fell for that.
Yeah. Can I tell you something else? I always talk about Superheat and Air. Dennis, who used to own Superheat and Air, he was in Bosnia, I think, during the war, and had to flee with his family and come here so that they can stay alive and learn the trade, and opened up Superheat and Air and sold it and lives on a yacht now. No, I'm sorry. He lives on Bayshore, but he hangs out on his yacht. He did pretty well for himself because he worked his ass off.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Well, his other song is "Ain't Got a Dollar," which is a lie
Well,
because
you do have a dollar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think all songs are autobiographical, though.
Yeah, but if you're going to be preaching it,
yeah.
they should be.
Eh.
By the way, have you heard my Bumpus Morgan's new songs? Not all songs are biographical. Biographical.
I say fake fish. This guy, something's up. Fake fish.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's a ginger to begin
Yeah.
with. So.
Right? You don't trust him.
trusted.
Yeah.
By the way, last week you said malnutrition, and I go nutrition, nutritious. I don't know, whatever we said. You said it wrong, and I corrected you wrong. I got so many malnourished
I said
emails.
autobiographical. That's
no,
right.
no, I know you say it right,
okay.
but this is like you would think that when I can't say a word and you say it right, you couldn't say a word, and I said it louder, more wrong than you. Anyway.
Well, I was doing the past tense of it. That's what's confusing because I don't think there
it's
is
malnourished.
malnourished, right?
But we were
there's
like
no
malnutrition.
malnutrition. Yeah, exactly.
You screwed it up, and I screwed it up more.
Yeah.
to help
Thank
you
you.
out.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
say
That's
with
why we're so
confidence.
successful.
You say with confidence, nobody notices.
Right.
It's so true.
Oh, everybody notices. I got a bunch of emails that just said malnourished. I'm like, oh yeah,
Malnourished.
You got it. I used to say, what was a word I used to say? I forgot, but it was a regular word, but if you said it differently, like emphasized it more, and I thought that was a real word, And then everybody called me out on it one day, and I'm like, I've been saying that my whole life, and no one's ever called me out on it.
Well, I was saying about in my open letter that it was harassment our entire life, and then I think it was, I don't know, maybe in the '90s or something, somebody said harassment, and everybody stuck with it. And I go, what are we doing?
Oh, the worst was nuclear.
Well, that's just
nuclear.
wrong, though. That was just our president pronouncing it wrong.
Remember Gaddafi?
Yeah,
Gaddafi?
that was the other one we had talked about. Yeah,
we're a bunch of confused people. All right, we got to take a break, but when we come back from that break, we will play Whose Tweet Is It? We haven't done that in some time. Galvin will scourge through the I just made up a word, scourge.
Yeah.
Through the Twitter verse, whose X is it anyway, and find some tweets that were made by members of this staff, and then we will guess what it is, and if we get it right, it means prizes for you. We'll play Whose Tweet Is It next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening.
$9:39. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. That's Jack Jagger. They got new music out, but I really like this song. Let me tell you, there's a lot of things that go into whether or not you've had a good night's sleep, and it always affects how you feel the next day. What you want to do is make sure that you're sleeping comfortable. Like, I slept so good last night that I remember closing my eyes while Bonanza was playing in Spanish. And then the next thing I know, I remember shutting off my alarm clock. That's how you want it to be. A good, deep sleep that stays the whole night. And that, I got to tell you, I attribute to my Sleep Number bed. You sleep next level. You're able to adjust the firmness on each side. And then also the technology helps you keep asleep. The Sleep Number smart beds automatically respond to your movements throughout the night. Can you imagine the science on that? Even your bed is in the future now. So if you're not sleeping next level, you could unlock your unique potential with a smart bed that could perform as well as you. And now don't miss Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, where all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. It all ends on the 21st. It is only available at Sleep Number, so go to sleepnumber.com, find the stores near you, get in there, lay down, try it out, tell them you heard about it on the show. You heard not only do I tell you how great and comfortable I sleep, but how awake and ready to go I am the next day. Stop by in Sarasota on Fruitville Road west of Honorary, or in Citrus Park and the Westfield Mall, level 1 between Dick's Sporting Goods and the food court. Get in there, lay down, try them out, and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. Now, Carmin told us we got a bunch of stuff to give away today. Let's do that right now with a little bit of Who's Tweet.
Let the tweeting begin!
It's time to play Whose Tweet Is It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I very rarely take your eyes and ears away from this show and put it on something else. But on Fox 13 right now, it appears that Jen Epstein is about to do some yoga. And I'm going to not be mad at anybody who stayed. Look, Gio, put his glasses on to say it. I mean,
creep.
I think she's going to do it because she was wearing a different outfit before, and now she's changed into yoga clothes.
Yeah.
So it leads me to believe that Jen Epstein's going to do some yoga here on Fox 13.
We should probably take a break and come back.
Listen, you want to talk about somebody who, when she gets fired, I hope, not that she's going to get fired, but I hope that they get that she goes right to OnlyFans. I'm telling you right now, I will jump in 100%. All right, I'll let you know when she starts exercising. We got a game to play here.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I would not rob you of this.
Don't gatekeep us.
I will
Michael,
not
all right?
gatekeep you.
gotta
I will
help
not
us out.
gatekeep you. I will not C-block you.
Don't use that as an excuse for not winning.
No. As soon as I see her go downward dog, I will let you guys know about it. All right, Galvin, what do we got?
All right, so I am going to read a tweet from somebody who is on the bone, on air staff. You guys try and figure it out. First one to get to 3 is going to win. Your first one has a picture of the beach. Just has the beach there. Looks like a little umbrella. I can see somebody's knee. I don't know whether it's this person or somebody else's, but it says, the tweet reads, "This is perfection." Who's that? Who's at the beach?
Done.
Writing, "This is perfection." Carmen's done.
Done.
Gio's done.
Done.
Spanish is done. Mike's done. All right, Carmen, you got in first. I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
She loves the beach. That is Monica.
Monica loves it. Gio, what do you think?
Monica.
You say Monica. Spanish?
I went Dizzy.
Dizzy and Mike Calta.
At first, I thought it was going to be me because I'm notorious for taking pictures of my knee and feet at a beach shot, but I, too, went Monica.
Went Monica. No points.
What?
No points. That was Corey Cardinal.
Oh, queer.
What a nerd.
Beach lover.
Sweet knee, Corey. Sweet knee. All right, this next one has a picture of a guy wearing a red hat, and then it has Gazoo. And it says, "Tell me this MFer don't look like Gazoo."
Done.
...
Done.
Mike's done. Carmen's done. She's mad about it.
Done.
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 Gio's done, and Spanish is done. Spanish, whose tweet is that?
I went with Spike off the mic.
You said Spike off the mic. All right. Gio, what do you think?
Spike.
You said Spike? Mike Calta.
I don't like that. I heard the MFer, and the only person I know old enough to know Kazoo, although Spike would fit that, but I picked Mo.
You say Mo. And Carmen, who you got?
Stupid tweet. Stupid Spike.
Oh.
You say Spike?
That MFer.
Check the cameras, Joe. Make sure she wrote Spike.
All right.
Joe doesn't know where the cameras are.
What?
3 of you said Spike. 1 of you said Mo. 3 of you get the point.
Yeah.
That was Spike.
Sorry, Mo.
He's definitely old enough to know.
Kazoo. Who is Kazoo?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Anybody?
I know. Of course, I know.
It's a monkey.
No.
No.
Nope.
Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No?
Yes.
Yeah,
Cartoon. Yeah.
Cartoon.
On what though?
I don't remember. I can
Johnny
see,
Quest.
I can see what it looks like, but I can't remember.
No.
Scooby-Doo?
Nope.
No.
I know.
Nope.
I know.
Joe, tell him.
Flintstones.
Yes.
Voiced by who, Galvin?
Voiced by Casey Kasem.
Nope.
No, damn it. No, who was
The Great Kazoo was an alien that came down to Fred and
Oh, yeah.
right?
Barney,
Yeah,
voiced
the antenna.
by Harvey Korman.
Harvey Korman. Yes. All right, here we go. Your next tweet is, "I am the queen of quick turnarounds." And then it has a smiley face with the tongue out.
Done.
Carmen's done.
There's only 2 queens on the station that we know about.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Scotty's not on our station.
I am the queen of quick turnarounds?
Yes.
All right, done.
Done.
Mike's done. Spanish is done.
Done.
Gio's done. Mike Kelta, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I guess Monica.
You say that's Monica.
Yeah.
Spanish, what do you think?
That is Mo.
You say it's Mo. He's the queen of quick turnarounds. Carmen, what do you got?
I said Monica.
You say Monica. And Gio, what do you think?
Mike Olivero.
You say Mike Olivero. He's wearing his ladies' sports top, dancing around. 2 of you said Monica. 2 of you are correct. Mike and Carmen both get a point on that one. Currently, everybody has 1 except for Carmen in the lead with 2. Could win it all right here. All right, here we go. Your next tweet I am looking at is, let's see. I'm going to go with this one. It says, "Access to me is getting stricter than the new Netflix terms and agreements." Then it has a smiley face and a hand up like stop, stopping. Whose tweet is that?
One more time.
Yeah, one more time.
Access to me is getting stricter than the new Netflix terms and agreements.
My
Who's
daughter
tweet?
just scared the hell out of me.
Whose tweet? I was waiting for you to drop the F word.
Hold on.
I was talking to your daughter.
Done.
Carmen's done.
One more time, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
No,
I got distracted.
Yeah.
For the whole show.
Access to me is getting stricter than the new Netflix terms and agreements.
Done.
Gio's done.
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 Mike's done. Spanish is done. Gio, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
That is Johnny B.
Johnny B, you say. Spanish, what do you think?
That's Dizzy.
You say that's Dizzy. Mike Calta, who you got?
Biggest celebrity on this station, Dizzy.
You say that's Dizzy. Carmen, you could win it. All right here. FTW. Who you got?
I said that was Brett.
You said that's Brett.
Brett.
Well, guess what, Carmen?
Yeah.
You lost.
You just got tied up with Mike Kelta in
Yeah.
Spanish. Got it right. That was Dizzy. Everybody has 2 except for Gio now. Only has 1. Normally, Gio crushing on this game. Slacking a little bit. He's distracted.
Yeah.
Jen Epstein doing yoga threw him off.
Never
I think.
came. She never did it.
Oh.
You sucker. Maybe she's saving it for OnlyFans.
Maybe. All right, here we go. Your next tweet is this one. Watch my rent go up because of these MF aliens. And then has the eye roll emoji.
Done.
Done.
Carmen's done. Mike's done.
Done.
Gio's done.
Done.
Spanish is done. Gio, see if you can tie it up here. Who you got?
That is Dizzy.
You say it's Dizzy. You say I double Dizzy, dude.
Ooh,
Huh?
I want to change mine. Can I change
double
mine?
No,
Diz.
he already answered. You can't change after he
Oh,
answers.
sorry. I wasn't going to say Dizzy.
Well,
All
doesn't
right,
matter.
I
You
don't
can't-
know.
you
All right,
can't
I won't
change
change it. Integrity.
Spanish,
I
win
went-
it all right here.
I think you double dizzied.
The double Dizzy.
You double. Yep, you did it.
Mike Kelta, who do you got? Who?
So I was going to change it to Johnny B.
Yeah.
Although now I think it's Dizzy, but I picked Spike.
You say it's Spike.
Yeah.
And Carmen could win it all right here. Who you got?
I said that is Will Kuntz.
You said Will Kuntz.
No! We'll never know!
Carmen, Spanish just beat you. That was Dizzy.
In your face.
Carmen thought for sure she was going to win.
Right, enjoy your townhouse.
Spanish.
Wow. All right.
Pick a line.
Line 3, please.
Line 3. Hold on, let me tell them real quick so everybody else can hang up. Hi, line 3. Who is this?
This is Jerry.
Ah!
Still a failure, even when I pick a winner.
Yeah. You got 18 lines. You picked Jerry.
Of course.
Damn it.
Too much, though, right? Like, is he? Make sure he's
He hasn't, I don't know, he
30
didn't
days.
win.
30 days in the hole.
Hey,
Well, now he can't win for 30 days.
good.
Now you just
Tell him
can't
not to
win.
call either. I didn't get to talk about Lana Del Rey today, but I am going to talk about it tomorrow. But in the meantime, just get on a Google and search Lana Del Rey Shockwave. At a Lana Del Rey concert, a wave of energy was blasted from the stage that knocked everybody over in a domino effect. It's amazing to watch. I don't know what it was. It was definitely not somebody falling and then everybody falling out. Everybody was just leveled out like when you see a nuclear weapon go off.
If it's real.
Oh, I think it's real.
If it's real.
And Lana Del Rey is coming here soon, too. So
September 25th.
watch that video, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow on the show, although I'm sure everybody else is going to talk about it today, too. Check us out on Instagram at The Mike Calta Show. Find us on the X, on the Thread. Everywhere. We're everywhere. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Dominic Ferriello will be here. Wednesday, Ian Beckles is stopping by. We got a lot of things going on in this program. What are we, 2 weeks away from football? Real football?
Yeah, college even closer.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Horns up.
Tom Brady tweeted out and made a joke about getting ready for training camp. Hey, we'll still take you. We'll still take you. Have a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow on the after show with the number one superstar on the station. Dizzy is up next. Goodbye.